Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Sin Bin Podcast, Season 2, Episode 9. And of course, we are live and direct with all the sinners up in the house tonight. We got Sinner JP, also known as the Mexican. And of course, we got Sinner Mr. No Fact Check Saucedo, also known as Tyler. And of course, we got Sinner Tony, aka the Shiner. And I be your host, the Toxic Sinner, Moodz. Yeah. What's good, my sinners?
Sick. I'm sick.
Yep. What's new?
Yeah.
Dude, you're like a 5-year-old kid.
Dude, I don't get sick that
Germ
often.
factories, man,
You guys
always
are crazy lying about me.
But you manage to get COVID once a year. It's like insane to me. Like I have a kid that's a germ factory. I haven't been sick in a couple years actually from him. So
I just like
I don't know how that's possible, but
same.
yeah.
I just don't get sick very often.
No.
Knock on
when I'm
fucking
sick,
wood.
it's like it's so rare that I'm just like actually like sick for like a day.
Yeah, I've been pretty fortunate in my life with if I do get a bit of a cold, I never get floored. You know, like some people just get laid the fuck up and shit. I'm never like that. Like I don't get
most
like, you know, like when people get those 24-hour flus where they're puking and shit. I don't get that either.
Yeah, I've gotten that like once in my life.
Yeah, I've had food poisoning.
Yeah,
like 4 or 5 times, but that's different. That's literally eating shitty food and getting sick for like a fucking day. That's totally different. But yeah, to actually catch like a bug or like a virus, no, pretty good, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, guys, we're back here for episode 9 Sin Bin Podcast. I know this is a little bit late, and of course we are sorry, not sorry. I mean, life happens and shit like that. We were supposed to record this.
More late.
Yeah, we were supposed to record this 2 weeks ago now. I think it was
2 weeks.
Yeah, so we pushed it, and then so then Cinema Wasteland was last week, and then so this is the first opportunity. Yeah, so something came up, JP couldn't record, and then I was out of town. It is what it is. So we're gonna be getting multiple Sin Bin episodes here very close, because I think the next when is the next show? It's right at the end of the month, though.
I don't know. I didn't even know when. I think you still lied about this one.
I don't think we've scheduled one yet.
No,
we
the
didn't.
what do you mean lying? The last Thursday in every month is the record date.
That's not even true.
That's what we said.
That's what we aim for.
That's what we aim for. That's exactly what we'd agreed on way back in the day. Was we'll try to do the last, unless it's not going to work. We can push up or whatever. But we kind of make sense since it's a monthly show to put it out at the end of the month.
If we do it in 2 weeks, that would be the 23rd. Because I don't know how this affects things, but 3 weeks from now, the last Thursday of the month is Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not.
No, that's Thursday. That's the 30th.
Oh, you're right. I'm stupid. Oh, okay.
Dumb.
No. Record date. It should be the 30th.
Yeah, no, you're right. I thought October 3rd was Halloween for a second.
So
we can't record that day anyways, because October 30th is my wedding anniversary.
Motherfucker. Who gets married October 30th?
Well, I mean, you want to save Halloween for Halloween. You don't want to waste Halloween on your wedding anniversary.
It's just rare. It's just rare to have like fall weddings. More common like in the spring, kind of summer. Although people ask me all the time why mine is in February, in the dead middle of the fucking shit weather.
Yeah, that's weird. Like our wedding was lit. Like we just had it at our house, and it was just a giant costume party for Halloween and shit.
That's actually pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, ours was a destination wedding, so hence why we were actually in 100-degree weather.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we got married in Mexico. But so when our anniversary rolls around, it's like usually the coldest time of the year, and it's like -30. So yeah, it sucks.
Go to Mexico every year.
It should actually. We did for years until we had, a shithead kid, and then that kind of kiboshed everything. It's fucking kids suck. They kill your holidays. They really do. But
they ruin everything.
Fucking ruin everything. So anyways, so it's a couple weeks late, and I'm sure people are probably very familiar with the latest Vinegar Syndrome announcements. I thought it was a pretty interesting month of announcements for October. So the package deal was Romeo and Juliet 4K, Ruby on 4K, The Man Who Could.
I'm pretty happy with Ruby because I only have the DVD.
I
I
do
only
have
have the
like
book.
that movie.
I have the VCI Blu-ray, and it actually doesn't look bad. But
I've never seen it.
the man who could cheat death, and apparently this is the uncut version because I have the Blu-ray that Kino put out, but Tony informed me that this is the fully uncut version. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I didn't even know there was two different cuts.
I'm really excited for that. Like, apparently, I was like reading about this. Like, apparently, this cut is like super legendary,
huh?
like
What is
almost
it?
like
The
mythical.
man who could cheat death.
Yeah,
We watched it for
59.
59, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it before. I reviewed this a long time ago on my channel. I always liked the film, but I had no idea that there was like an infamous cut. That's crazy. And it's not to anyone's amazement, but Sleepless is coming on 4K from Argento. You kind of knew about, yeah. And then Vinegar Syndrome's Archive line, they put out Men from the Gutter. That looks pretty damn cool. And then the cinema
Lam Night Choi or whatever.
Yeah. So that could be cool.
He's been getting a lot of love this year.
Yeah, dude, so much Asian stuff is amazing. And then
even with the cat from 88 Films.
Right. And then King of the Gypsies that came out on the Cinematograph line, which don't know anything of. I've never even heard of that one. But I think the big seller for us this month was the partner label stuff. Just crazy.
That's me every month.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly, I'm fine with Sleepless as well, just because I really like that movie. I think it's like one of the best last Argentos, and I'm pretty good with 4Ks of any of my favorite filmmakers.
I probably would have grabbed it. Like I only grabbed like a couple titles. I grabbed the VSA, Tromeo and Juliet, and I think that was pretty much it for the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. But if it wasn't for the ridiculous amount of partner label stuff that came out this month, which I think, in my opinion, might even be one of the best partner label.
I think it is the best since we've been doing the show.
So the new partner label,
it honestly might be the best ever, in my opinion.
I know, like this one's crazy. Like it seems like everyone was dropping heat, and of course the new partner label, sister label is Wild Eye. So they announced Wild Eye, which is kind of cool because like Wild Eye does have a pretty good back catalog, and they
also have a pretty bad back catalog.
Well, their first few years they actually did good releases, and then when they started putting out the like Wild Eye Extreme stuff, which was just like super low budget, micro budget, fucking just trashy films and stuff, I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm out of here.
Their sister label, Visual Vengeance, fucking rocks though.
Yeah, Visual Vengeance is fucking outstanding. And they've been very quiet lately. They haven't put out anything.
Can somebody answer to me why
Mm-hmm.
Magnet has never actually had its own section on there for some reason? Magnolia, like from the time they joined, like they're still not on there.
Oh yeah, it's not listed as it's
does Wild Eye and Horror.
No, Magnolia Pictures has its own thing. So I just went to all the partner labels. They list all.
Yeah, but when if you scroll down like the main list, it's not on there. Like if you just scroll down the list of like when the new titles come out and stuff, and you just scroll down that list, it's never that listed.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I saw Murder Party, Last Circus, and Severance be listed, but I don't know.
Maybe it's just a technical thing.
Could be.
Let me see. Double check.
But yeah, like man, I ended up grabbing like a bunch of stuff, man. Like even IFC went out the park this month with Barbarian Sound Studio. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah,
we got the horror section too.
Yeah, what is there, like 30 releases or some shit like that? It's crazy. It's absolutely unbelievable. Maybe even more than that. Fuck, it's just getting out of control, these partner labels.
Right. And now it's just like a lot of partner labels are releasing 2 things a month too.
Yeah, like the ones I really like, Bleeding Skull has never really missed for me. IFC hasn't really hit for me too much, but I didn't grab Barbarian Sound Studio for
maybe
now.
it's just on the app.
I've picked up 2 from IFC so far.
Yeah. I don't know what Kim Stim is. What label is that?
I don't think I ever bought anything from them.
Yeah, it just, I mean, the title here is creepy. It looks like an Asian film or whatever.
I think
creepy.
That's
a
Kiyoshi Kurosawa.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay.
Yeah,
I remember
right.
when it came out.
Right, because IFC dropped 2 this month.
Nothing I'm gonna run out. Yeah, nothing I'm gonna run out for.
Did we review this movie?
No.
What movie?
No.
Sure.
I had to watch it for summer series last year.
Maybe that's where.
Yeah, IFC did drop 2 this month. They dropped Depraved and of course Barbarian Sound Studio, which is interesting. And
Which
then
is pretty cool because we just got all those Fessenden titles. So it's like another Fessenden.
right. This is one of the newer ones, right? That he just did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Deck Analog,
Not
man.
that great.
They dropped a film that I'm a big fan of in the Demon's Rook. I haven't really grabbed a whole lot from them, and I was surprised to see that the Demon's Rook's coming out from Deck Analog. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got a couple from them.
That movie is pretty sweet. I haven't seen it. Shit, when did it come out? Like 2013. So it's been
15,
what,
I
12
think.
years?
Something like that,
Somewhere
yeah.
around there.
Tyler,
I
did you
remember
grab
thinking it
the
was cool.
did you grab the Canny title?
I got the candy box set.
Oh, okay. And of course, Wild Eye released the Disco Exorcist, the Richard Griffin film, which was really kind of coincidental with a conversation I was just having about Richard Griffin the day before, about how much I like his older stuff. And then Wild Eye is announced as a new partner label, and Richard Griffin's Disco Exorcist film gets announced. I'm like, that's fucking wild. Saturn's core strapped another one, The Evil Maker and Abomination Evil Maker 2. Umbrella dropped Irresistible, which I did not grab. Did anyone grab that one?
No.
No.
It didn't really look that. I mean, I buy most of the Umbrella stuff, but I was like, pass on that one. And then the horse section, Jimmy and Stiggs.
That's a pretty cool release.
I'm super stoked on that because I've been hearing. I'm just such a big fan of Joe Bigo, so I'm like, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah. Here's the other Canny release, the Makiu Hamu trilogy.
Yeah, Maiku Hama.
VHS Shitfest, Marley's Revenge, the monster movie. That's pretty fucking sweet. Shutter dropped Moloch, which
Oh wow, the slipcover on the Connie box set already sold out. Or it's not a box set, but it's a collection.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Anybody grab the Shutter title?
Nope.
I pretty rarely grab the Shutter title.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think I've grabbed maybe 2 Shutter movies since they've been a partner label.
I grabbed
It's
the
like
Christmas movie and something else.
I grabbed the Sadness.
Yeah, I think that's one of the only ones I have is the Sadness, which was kind of it was an upgrade. I had a Blu-ray of it, but
I think I also got Brooklyn 45 just because it comes with a brand new color graded black and white version, which I feel like would be a better.
That's a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
Brooklyn 45. That wasn't Christmas.
Yeah, well, that happens on Christmas.
Was it?
Yeah.
That's the
nothing to
reason
do
that
with
I wanted
Christmas,
it.
but yeah, it's the new but it happens on Christmas, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't remember Christmas in that movie.
It's such a backdrop, like not like part of it, you know.
It's like
it's like one of those movies.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
I saw a
and now a
Christmas
thing
tree
happens.
in the background as they're driving by. This is a Christmas movie.
They were in the desert drinking beer around the Christmas tree.
I love being that asshole that points out Christmas movies that have like the most minuscule little imagery.
Yeah, that's like the John Wayne Gacy movie from '92. That shit takes place on Christmas partially.
Yeah. Fuck, there's one movie.
That was
did any of you guys actually watch that?
What movie was that?
Didn't we watch that?
I watched like 150 movies.
To Catch a Killer?
To Catch a Killer.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I passed on it because it was like 3
Why?
hours, and I was like, I'm already done. I'm like, I already have
It
my
almost
list.
made it was on my list like until the last minute.
I thought for sure it was going to be on yours.
If something was on
I
your
would've
guys'
been like,
list
what
that
the
I didn't
fuck
see,
is
I would have
this?
lost my fucking mind.
Damn it! I should have put it on my list.
The only
You
one
should've.
that got one over me was, I think Carly might have had one. Somebody got one over on me. Oh, Stepfather 3. I didn't watch that.
Oh man,
You were never watching that.
you missed
I
the
watched
seated
the
sleuth.
I watched the first Stepfather, and I was just like,
Stepfather 3 is like 2 hours long. It's crazy.
It's
I think
way
it's
too fucking long for what it
I'm
is.
pretty sure it's actually a 91 on IMDb too.
No,
it's like
92.
2 movies in one because he's got 2 families.
No, it's 92.
Oh,
It's
okay.
90, it was 92. Yeah.
I think that's exactly like why I took it off my list. But
Yeah, it could be one of those ones that goes back and forth on the dates. There's so many movies that happens to. It's ridiculous. Yellow Veil Pictures released Somnium, which is weird because I had actually just watched that for 2025.
What about fucking Some Like It Rare that you just skipped over?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It sounds funny. When a struggling butcher accidentally kills a vegan activist vandalizing his store, he uses his skills to dispose of the body to the delight of his clueless customers.
Is it?
This guy
Is it
killed
like
this guy killed a vegan and fucking chopped him up and is selling him.
2021? Yeah. No. I just watched Somnium. Did you see that one, Tony?
No, I was almost about to go see it in the theater, but then I just didn't.
I saw it pop up on MB. So like, oh yeah, this was a very rich intro movie.
Yeah, I thought it had a decent premise. I just didn't like the execution of it, but it was okay for what it was. It's not terrible, nothing.
I skipped it this month.
Yeah,
There's a lot of movies that I was gonna get, but then I'm like, I don't want to spend $300 fucking dollars.
I know, me too. There was actually there was like 3 more that I probably could have took a chance on.
Agfa dropped True Crime Triple Ripper, which they've already released the Zodiac Killer before, so that's kind of a bummer. And did they release the Sadist also? So they're just like repackaging shit.
No, but it's weird because the Sadist
But that's
it was put out by Code Red.
Oh, that's how I have it. I was like, I know I had the Sadist. That movie is actually pretty good. I like the Sadist. That one's pretty fun.
But the thing about it is like they repackage like the Code Red transfer and like everything that was on that disc, so it might as well just be the Code Red like with it.
Good lord. Well, that's fucking stupid because they already have that.
This is the Zodiac Killer Noir.
Yeah, but that's the same disc that they'd already released, I think. So
no, it's a black
It's a black and white version.
Black and white version.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Cares.
Talk about a cash grab. They should just release the fucking Sadist
when
by
Charlie
itself
Van does it, he's a piece of shit. But when Agfa does it, it's like, oh, cool.
Nah.
Well, that's because Charlie Van's already has solidified himself as a piece of shit. So when he does more cash grabs, then it just means he's more of a piece of shit for doing it.
No joke though, The Sadist, that movie fucking rocks.
It is
I
actually
love that
pretty
movie so much.
It is actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of happy that like I skipped out on a bunch of the VS like kind of up and side grades this month and just went straight like partner label stuff. I think I grabbed like 7 partner label stuff or something like that. And I probably could have grabbed a couple more, but I was like, I'll just grab them down the road, kind of thing. So, but yeah, really solid month. Really solid month actually, man. So
I thought that Saturn's Core release was interesting. The Evil Maker 1 and 2, because the DVD I have is from Tempe. And I feel like that's the first time they've put out something that Tempe put out before.
Well, that's actually a good sign because maybe we'll get the rest of the Tempe stuff then, because a lot of that stuff's really hard to find now. Like those DVDs are long out of print.
Right. So if you didn't grab, what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, and plus, I mean, fuck, it doesn't hurt to get them on a better transfer and shit. So
honestly, I was even happy with the regular releases because the only one that's an upgrade for me is Sleepless. I mean, Ruby technically, but I have it on an old DVD double feature. Like
Ruby's the only one that I didn't have.
I actually just sold mine off the other day. I had that double feature DVD also, and I forgot I had it still because I have the Blu-ray.
Kiss of the Tarantula, I think.
Yeah, which I have that Blu-ray too. So I don't know why I still fucking had it, but
yeah, like I don't own Romeo and Juliet at all. I don't own The Man Who Could Cheat Death at all, and I own Sleepless.
That one's a straight ass upgrade because I still own the older DVD. I never grabbed the Troma Blu-ray that came out. So I
have the 88 films Blu-ray of that.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Man Who Could Cheat Death, I have in a double Blu-ray with the skull. I forget what company put that out. It was the same company that put out fucking that double pack of Student Bodies and Jekyll and Hyde together again.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I'm gonna figure it out here in a second.
Why I keep picturing like Mill Creek or like fucking, but it's not though.
Legend Films.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And, that's so crazy. What a weird double feature.
Right, I'm still gonna keep it too because the skull, of course.
Yeah, that's random. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah. 2 Hammer movies. It's not entirely random.
Yeah.
But the fucking screenshots of that Man Who Could Cheat Death 4K look insane. I'm so excited to watch that.
Yeah. I'll have to probably grab that down the road sometime. But
I like the packaging on that too. Like the side, the split case where you see his face just come in half. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
From the poster.
Yeah, they're not afraid to spice it up, go for it with packaging like that.
You know what I seen at the Vinegar Syndrome table was those the DeGeyser limited LED VHS box sets that they
Those
have.
things are so sick.
In person, I was like, fuck me, those things are awesome, man. They're really cool, dude. I didn't realize that they look like that because I mean, we see
They're
them
like
come
big
out when,
boxes.
yeah, we see them when they come out. We don't really get the full thing, you know, online or whatever. And you see them in person, you're like, damn, dude, those are really nice. So it's kind of cool to see. Didn't grab any at Wasteland, but I was already brutally bulked out. JP's first thing, he's like, how the fuck you bringing all that shit back? But what happened was, Aaron actually didn't overpack, so I put a bunch of, like, I'd filled up my backpack, but then I put a bunch of shit in her actual suit or in her carry-on. So it worked out great. So
yeah, I had to check my bag full of that stuff, so I was so worried that they were just gonna all get fucked, but it was completely fine.
It's the first year that I haven't had them rip apart my bag because they're always so confused. Like I was going through Atlanta and the guy, he's like, yeah, can I see what's in your bag? I'm like, yeah, no problem. So he opens up my bag and he starts pulling it and he's like, what is this? I'm like, it's movies. And he's like staring at me like he had literally no idea what I was talking about. Like he's like, what do you mean? The movies are online. Like I could just see him like, it was like a fucking, a hamster in a fucking cage just circling. He's like, couldn't understand it. And I'm like, dude, it's movies. Like they're physical, like DVDs and Blu-rays and shit. And yeah, so that was kind of a funny moment there. I'm like, fuck. You could tell he was like super young, probably 20 years old, working TSA kind of thing, and just had no fucking clue. I'm like, he's like, okay, well, you can go through. I'm like, yeah, dude, they're fine. They're movies. They're just movies. No big deal. So
in hindsight, though, I was thankful that I got to check my bags. So I didn't have to fucking lug around that heavy thing that now had 20 fucking movies in it.
Dude, I can't believe you check bags on a flight. Like I fly 3,000 miles. I never check bags. I don't trust.
Don't you have to check bags?
You have to.
If it's too big, you have to check it.
Yeah,
no, I take carry-on. I take my roller carry-on bag and my backpack.
Like it was this airline didn't allow a carry-on for like the tier seat I had.
Oh my!
Really?
That's a small fucking airline, bro. That's crazy, dude. I fly on like 800s and shit, so it's like
I'm fucking flying for value. I'll sit in the back of the plane. I don't give a fuck.
I just don't like checking shit, man, because I worked in the airline industry for 10 years. I know what happens behind the scenes. Shit goes missing all the time, bro. Trust me. It's crazy.
Well, I don't want to check it, but
or broken or lost. I mean, shit does show up eventually, but it might not be all there. But yeah. But anyways, Vinegar Syndrome, man. Good shit this month.
Yeah, finally too, because I feel like the last few months have been fucking lackluster.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to kind of make up maybe for the little bit of the lackluster. I mean, I still think that 2024 was better than 25 as of now. We still have a couple more months of releases, but I feel like
I agree.
If we make up our like say 2025 top 10 list or whatever compared to 2024, I just feel like my 24 is I'm going to like that more. I'm not saying 25 is like bad. I'm just feel like the other ones were maybe hitting a little bit more for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like the partner labels this year has been really fucking solid too. Like there's been some good partner shit too. So
the partner labels have honestly saved the year for me because like the actual subscription part of Vinegar Syndrome, I've been completely let down by.
Yeah. And I really, really was considering subscribing this year. And I'm so glad I didn't, because a month like this would have just pissed me off. Because
this month is good. What do you?
No, I'm not saying
this month. I'm happy with this month.
No. I'm not. I'm not looking for like upgrades and side grades. That's just me personally, right?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I guess if you own everything, then it's rough.
Like especially Sleepless. Like I mean, I'll eventually maybe just grab like a standard of it when it comes out or whatever, or comes down.
That's actually surprising that you wouldn't upgrade that one.
Like I said, I probably would have grabbed Sleepless this month if I wasn't grabbing like 9 other partner label stuff. It was just so heavy on partner label stuff that I wanted, and I didn't even grab all the partner label stuff I wanted. So if it had been kind of mediocre for partners, I probably would have grabbed that one too. But I still spent way too much fucking money, which is crazy because October 1st was like that Thursday, and then I went and spent like $1,200 at Wasteland after spending like a few hundred Infinity. So like, dude, this trip was like ridiculous. It was way too much fucking money, and I'm on strike right now. Like literally. It's not fucking the best time. Not the fucking best time in the world, but
yeah, like for me, like even though I'm pissed off about the subscription, like the fact that you get things 50% off is a huge selling point.
Yeah.
Because I was just looking at my latest order all the shit that I got, I paid $191 for. The total savings just from getting shit knocked off was $217.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, that's fucking
That's just
crazy.
in savings for 1 month.
Yeah, that's like the thing that really keeps me subscribing is that 50% off. Like, I'm also not as like down on the year as maybe you two are. It's definitely not my favorite, but like the amount of there wasn't that many upgrades for me. Like, I never had Sergeant Kabuki Man or fucking um the fucking Bloodstained Italy box set, you know.
I don't think anybody
So
had those movies though.
yeah. But
But the
yeah,
Fest and In box set.
Yeah, I see.
yeah, the
That's what I
Fessenden
did.
thing was a bit disappointing.
We're getting
I
a
just
lot of
don't want to
Screen
see
Factory upgrades.
right.
And they
That's what
stretched it into 2 releases. Oh my goodness.
But it's like I also get it because the people who don't own those are probably we're in the minority. You know what I mean? Like, there's more people who don't own that shit from Scream Factory than who do.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just like for people like us, it doesn't make the most sense to keep getting that stuff. But I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there that is like, shit, I missed out on Let's Scare Jessica to Death or whatever. Like, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get what you're saying, but I have one problem with that. And that's
What's
the
that?
fact that of all these sub labels like VSL and VSA and DeGauser, almost all of those are not upgrades for me personally. So it's like all this shit that I'm interested in, I have
Is
to pay
not
for.
that what they should do is offer a subscription for the standard, or now at this point, a subscription for the sub labels, not the
Right,
partner,
honestly,
but the
because
sub labels.
main VS is pretty much just turned into mainstream line.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you
And
get
it
the
used to be
odd,
just the
you get the odd
exploitation
one
line,
here
but
and
not
there.
anymore.
Like, I don't think, like, I think Ruby is a fine title for them, and they've always done sort of the trauma stuff, so Tremio and Juliet fits in.
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
happy with this month, honestly.
It's an interesting release actually because, like, VCI just put out the Blu-ray for. I mean, I'm assuming it's probably a couple years ago, but that means they're just acquiring rights from those guys too. So Vinegar Syndrome's just grabbing shit from all over the place, man.
Maybe we'll get a Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things 4K.
I kind of wish I would have asked the guy from TerrorVision to tease some of his titles. I bet
he said
he
something about like Shoestring Slashers being like a step up. The volume 2. I remember him saying some shit like that.
Yeah, he did. He did kind of tease a volume 2 because I think I asked him like, "Are we getting volume 2?" He's like, "Yeah."
I'm actually happy that I was even able to get one of them bitches.
Dude, that was so funny, man. I was like looking at my box.
Apparently damaged.
I know mine was I can't find one mark on it.
There's
like,
no damage on it.
There is
I got
literally
something
not one
like
mark.
that last year from Diabolic too. It was like a damaged like slipcover.
There literally
like
isn't damage on here though.
Yeah, it was like a damaged slipcover, like on a
like, I mean, I get stuff that's more damaged than this from like every month.
Regular shipping.
Oh, I know. Right.
I think it might be one of those cases of something like the Severin release of Four Flies on Grey Velvet, where it's like, we can't reprint it and sell it mass, but we can keep printing it and sell it at cons.
At cons, yeah, because they keep having copies, and I'm like, how the fuck they
selling
copies?
Or they just
this,
have
man?
copies. They only like carry and travel. So
well, I heard the guy say he only brought like half a dozen
of what?
Four Flies on Grey Velvet.
Yeah, because there's some.
But he did say I only brought half a dozen, so that means there's fucking more.
No, he told me what was going on with it. He said people think this is out of print. It's not out of print.
They just can't sell on their website. I knew that.
They just can't sell it. With their agreement, they can't sell it commercially.
Yeah. That's why I said to Jeremy, because I said he's like, oh, I should probably grab this, and I said, yeah, because you can only get it at cons, and you're not guaranteed to get it every single one. Yeah,
they even said that when they put it on sale on the website, like this is the only time you'll be able to buy it online. They never said anything like it's only going to be available for one weekend only.
Yeah, they never said it was limited to like 3,000 copies. They said it was a time when it sells out on the website, it's done. People took it as like, oh, it's completely out of print. I'm like, no, that was never the case. So, And plus, it was honestly, man, was it just me or was some of the prices at Severin cheaper this year?
They were really cheap.
I think they were,
yeah.
but I feel like that guy didn't like me or something because
It was
I
weird.
saw people buy shit for cheaper than he offered it for me for. And I'm
Because
like,
I got the shark
I think he was
exploitation
just
set.
making shit up.
It was
He's
cheap.
racist.
If he was, he liked me. Like, because I picked up House on the Edge of the Park. I knew I was going to pick that up, and I expected him to say, like, $40 because it was a 4K. We're at a con. And he says 30. So I was like, oh, okay. I would have paid whatever you're going to tell me. But this is great. So then I wasn't even going to ask. I was like, dude, I'm not paying $30 for this thing. I grabbed, like, the Yuri Herzog Ferrat Vampire. It's got, like, a nice hard box, like, slipcase.
It's a nice set.
So I thought it was going to be, like, $30. And I asked about that one. He said $20. I was like, oh.
Well, I grabbed the Peter.
Yeah, you're
Cushing.
getting sale prices on something that just came out.
Yeah,
It's
and
awesome.
I was like, that's why I was so surprised. Like, this literally just came out. There's no way you sold this for $20.
But he did tell me that he just makes stuff up along the way sometimes.
Yeah,
Because I got the
So-
Peter Cushing box
That's
set.
what's up.
That's like
Yeah,
$100
that's what's
on the website, and
If he
it only
would've said,
cost me
like,
$40.
20
It was $40.
if you would have said like
Peter
20,
Cushing, are you
$30.
kidding me?
I got that box set for $40 because I went to Severin like a couple times, but I had one bill was like $90 and I grabbed the Peter Cushing set and I grabbed I think 2 other movies or something. It was like $90. It was fucking wild.
Damn, I still need to get that shit too.
So 40, 60, yeah, and then 30. Yeah, so it was $90 for the 3. It was great because I grabbed a 4K, which was 30. And I'm like, that's fucking wild.
I bought the Lamberto Bava high tension set. I think he charged me like 70 for that.
See, I kind of stay away from the box sets because when they do their like box set sale at the end of the year or during whenever the hell it is, the summer or something,
Mhm.
like their box sets are like half off. So that's where I try to buy the box sets. Like I think for example, like that shark box set will probably be like $50-$60 on that sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
most
that's
likely.
kind of
Yeah,
I
the
usually
only
try to
problem is
wait
that
on
I want
those.
that shit now.
I didn't grab the Danze Macabre 4 set because I'd already pre-ordered it. So when I got home from Wasteland, it was actually in my house. I'm like, fucking sweet.
I think
that worked out great.
absolute I think the
It was the 4K
absolute
set.
best deal that they did that anybody had was TerraVision with that mystery box.
I was so happy that I didn't realize that Carly did like a live unboxing, not a live, but she did an unboxing and stuff. That was kind of cool. I saw on her YouTube. I didn't even know
bought
that
3
she
of
did
them.
that there. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
I bought
Pretty
3.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it like honestly it was a really cool idea. Like I
Yeah.
I literally almost bought like 3 of them just to open them and just give away what I owned.
Yeah, I felt like also it got me. You know, I was drinking. I just felt
Dude, you're
like I was
paying like
opening-
$12.50 a
I actually
Blu-ray for
regret-
what they're selling them
Not
for like
even.
25 or something.
I regret
Yeah.
not doing at least one of them. But
$11.66 a piece.
I just kind of figured with the amounts of TerraVision I have, I was like, probably going to have all 3. So Dave
Yeah,
bought
I
one.
own like 4 TerraVision titles, and they're all high-end titles. So
Yeah, so you're probably good to go
yeah,
there.
I
Well,
knew
Dave,
I was fine.
I ended up getting one of Dave's titles because he's like, you have this title? I'm like, actually, I don't. So he left it at the toe tag table for me when I grabbed it on that Sunday, but my fucking sweet. Because I was
awesome.
actually going to pick it up too, and I didn't, and I was like, awesome. So I got that Kung Fu one or whatever, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so he only kept 1 out of 3.
Hey, it was like opening packs of cards. It's fun.
Whatever, it's 30 fucking bucks, whatever it was. Still pretty cool.
Yeah,
I-
so he basically lost $10 essentially.
yeah, but
And then on top of that, he got to give his friends something. So for
Mhm.
$5 each.
yeah,
Like
pretty-
I would love if more companies did shit like that. That is so cool.
I'm surprised more companies don't do that. Like Vinegar Syndrome should do that.
Yeah,
mean,
especially
yeah.
So many
even
titles.
some of like
With
the
all the-
indie companies that are selling shit.
Well,
You know?
because like Vinegar Syndrome, if like every time they have their like summer sales, all their type of sales and stuff, it's always the same titles that never sell. Why don't they just put them into mystery boxes, then mark them down, and people they'd snag them up. It's good
Yeah.
marketing.
Ooh,
Did you guys
$3
buy that
titles.
mystery title on TerraVision's website? It's only
No, I did
available
not.
until Halloween, and after Halloween, you can't get it. It is a mystery horror movie from the 19 something. That's all
And
they'll
it-
say.
But it comes in the thing too.
The subscription,
for your
so
subscription. What doesn't come is that Giallo or that Italian title.
Why
yeah,
is
I
that?
added that to mine.
Why is that?
It's a sub
Why is
label.
it? It's a sub label.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that
But
makes
what's
sense.
cool about their rules is that you can just add a sub label to your subscription, no problem.
Can you? How do you do it?
Really?
You go to their wholesale portal website, sign in, and yeah, you can just under the options, you can buy a wholesale full price or just add it to your subscription for free.
Damn, I'm gonna have to do that.
That's
You
cool.
can do that with all their sub labels. It's cool.
They should do a tape mystery box for the tapes that
That would
they
be
sell.
cool.
The cassette tapes.
Yeah,
Well, it's
3
cool
for
be-
20.
It's cool because they do have a music subscription thing. I know Mason has one, right? He gets the vinyl and tapes. I think it's just the vinyl. I'm not sure, but I think you can customize it. You can do tapes and vinyl and stuff. But I think it's pretty cool that they got different types of subscriptions, even for.
Well, yeah,
DVDs,
but I meant
Blu-rays,
like the mystery boxes, like
Yeah.
one with tapes.
Yeah, that's
Like
cool.
you get 3 tapes for like 20,
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
And
they're
it's sweet.
$5.
I bought 4 tape, like 2 for 20, like so $10 tapes, bro, is pretty fucking cheap.
And honestly, too, like being like a movie subscriber, you get subscriber discounts on all their vinyl and tape releases too if you go to their wholesale website. So like the cheerleader camp soundtrack I got for like $22.
Yeah, that's good price, man. That's
I wish
really good price.
they
Right.
did like. I wish they did like some subscriber discount if you subscribed at their booth.
Ooh, that would be fucking hot.
I thought about asking, but I didn't even.
That's
I didn't
actually not a
remember.
bad idea. For cons, that's pretty interesting.
I've
like an
seen. I
extra
think
bonus.
didn't Vinegar Syndrome do that before?
I could see it. It's like an
I don't
extra
think
kind of
so.
additive to your subscription. That's kind of cool. If you go to cons, then you
Because-
get an extra like 20% off purchase or something. That's crazy.
This was like a
That'd be fucking
tough
cool, though.
purchase for me. Like $40. I hate dropping $40 on one movie.
I actually forgot to grab that. I was going to go back and grab and totally forgot about that. Fuck.
but it just looks so silly. And Dave Parker said it was decent, so I kinda
Yeah.
It's cool. I
wanna
like
know.
it. Looks good too.
I want to get. I could not. Dude, does anybody? How many people actually go buy from Synapse? I feel like when I walk over there, there's never anybody over there.
Because the prices
Like,
are fucking
Their
retarded.
prices are so much more than
Dude,
And
their
they
everybody
barely
impulse line
else's.
DVDs are all $20 still. $20 for
They-
fucking impulse DVDs, bro. I'm
Their
like,
shit's
what the-
more expensive at cons than online.
I swear,
It
dude.
is.
I
They
swear. Here,
barely
I'm wearing a
put out
Synapse.
movies.
This is one of 2 things I bought. I bought this beanie and I fucking bit the bullet and I bought the Deadly Spawn. But for me, that's the cheapest way to get it. I'm not going to get it any cheaper. It's just not going to fucking happen for me.
It's 65 online too. So like that's the one that you can get and you're not going to lose anything out of it.
Yeah, so
But
$65
yeah, everything else.
online with the shipping and stuff. I think it was going to cost me like, it was like $122 or something like that. So basically
Yeah,
double,
fuck that.
right? Like their shipping's crazy. It was like $30 and then you had to convert. It was so I'm like, it for me, it's no brainer. For you guys, it's totally different, right? So if I'm
Mhm.
there, when in Rome, right? Grab that shit, bro. So, but yeah, like I was looking at, like, I own most of the Synapse Blu-rays. I've always been a big supporter, but like I miss the days of Synapse when they released their standard stuff and it would be like under $20. It'd be like 17, $18 for Blu-rays. And like, what the fuck happened to those days? Like now they're like 35, $40 and it's like standard. But like
Inflation.
I couldn't get over their DVDs, like their impulse line and like all those things. Like they're all like $20 still for DVDs. No one's paying $20 for those films on DVD.
Right. Because like Black Roses, Rock and Roll Nightmare, like that shit's still like $15 on DVD, like on Amazon or whatnot. And I feel like that's expensive.
Dude, I paid fucking, I don't even think I paid those prices for those when they were brand new when they came out.
Mm-mm.
Like it's like they've been out for so long that they're selling for like out of print prices now. And they still have fucking rounds of stock of them. Synapse is a weird company, bro. It's fucking weird to me, man. I think they're just not good at marketing properly, and they got to lower the prices. They really do. But I mean, I'll always support to a point, but because they do put out a lot of good shit that I really like, and they do really good work. Like they are they're so OCD, they're so stickler on their transfers and shit. It really does show in their work. Like their demons and Suspiria and all that type of shit. It's like it's fucking top notch. Like when they put out Intruder back in the day, that shit blew my shitter out. Like I was like, this is fucking stupid good. Like all their movies always look really good for what they have. So and their DVDs were like, to me, I always used to call them like because when Criterion was putting out DVDs back in the day, people were like, "Oh, I don't need to upgrade to Blu-ray because the DVD looks really good." I'm like, that's how I felt about Synapse's DVDs a lot of the time too. I'm like, fuck, these things look really good. Like I popped in one the other day and I was like, shit, man, this looks really good. So no complaints.
Right, it's like them and Blue Underground.
Oh, that and exactly. Blue Underground DVDs always look stellar. Then the Blu-rays were great. Now they're 4Ks. Like they do really good restoration work too. It's just the problem with Blue Underground is that they have a rotating 12 titles that they just keep re-putting out. Like this is what fucking that he did with when Anchor Bay with like Evil Dead and shit like that. William Lustig put out probably 40 different editions of Evil. They just kept recycling titles, even though their catalog was a lot bigger. But
for real, like when was the last time they had just like an original release that wasn't a re-release?
They never acquire new titles. I swear to God, almost every Blu-ray and upgrade 4K that they've dropped is something that they still have the rights to. They don't put out anything unique anymore.
I can't even think of one.
No, they don't. I did get the raw meat. It's a 4K, right? At the Diabolic table, because I was after that one because I'd never upgraded that. I have like the old MGM DVD. I'd never grabbed it. So, and I'm a big fan of that movie. Gary Sherman's dope. He actually did one of my favorite films of all time, Dead and Buried. I have like a framed poster. I love Dead and Buried. It's just one of those atmospheric oddities that's just so much more than it is. Yeah, good stuff. So, yeah.
Guess we should probably do the show.
Yeah, probably segue into doing some reviews here. Okay, so that's going to conclude the intro. All right, so the order of attack tonight is going to be JP, Tony, me, Tyler.
I'm always last lately.
So, I had to revamp the order. Like that actually wasn't.
Yeah.
This is the first time this has ever happened. Actually, this is actually the first time this ever happened.
In case they have to bail.
Yeah. So JP said he was going to bail early, and then Tony's on call. And actually, the order was me. The original order was me. It was me, JP, Tony, Tyler. I was first.
Yeah, so you last no matter what, bitch.
So I just bumped you guys to the top because you might have to go, and then of course me and Tyler.
I kept
our order the same and just bumped them up. So yeah,
I was just last on 92.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, hey, I was just last.
I never get last anymore. I'm always either in the middle or I never go first or last anymore. It's weird.
You know what I hate is whenever you just spend a bunch of money, right? And then all of a sudden there's like some kind of crazy deals like all over the place online. And you're just like,
yeah, that's how
isn't Kino having a sale right now? Like, I feel like Kino has a sale every 2 months.
Dude, Amazon, when we got back from the con, Amazon was selling like so much stuff for cheap, dude. Like all kind of Blu-rays. Like, I was just like, shit, man.
I already got my Kino order.
A lot of like Scream Factory titles that I didn't buy, Arrow stuff. Like there's just a lot of good deals. It was annoying.
Yeah, they price match a lot too.
Yeah. And there was like buy two, get one or some shit going on too. And then also did anybody else get like straight up like buyer's remorse all week when seeing everybody get or like fear missing out or well, I guess it wouldn't be fear.
Did
anybody feel sad that they missed out on the Nightmare on Elm Street box set, the Steelbook one?
No.
I see all these people getting it, and I'm like,
I've seen
not even one little bit.
You know what?
Really?
Actually, the only thing that bugs me, man, is I do watch some reviewers and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure that they actually legitly ordered these. They didn't get free copies and stuff. But it's like
I know for sure that they were only sending out the keep case version for reviews.
Okay, so
Steelbook set.
I was watching one channel and he was reviewing all the box sets, man. He's going back to like the DVD or the VHS box set, the DVD box set, and then of course the Steelbook box set, and then the standard, and of course the other Blu-ray one. And I'm like, fuck, man, there was no place for me to order the Steelbook set, which I couldn't even find one place to actually pre-order. It was fucking wild. I think that's the first time
if you didn't pre-order it day one, you were pretty much.
I tried I think there was a fucking block on Canada or something. It was crazy. There was nowhere to order it. I was checking all these other places. It was weird. Anyways, I was like, fuck it, man. It's expensive. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I don't really care about Steelbooks. But then you see these people getting the sets, and I'm like, oh, it looks pretty cool. And
it actually looks. I don't care about Steelbooks. I actually hate Steelbooks, but seeing people get that set, I was like, honestly, like it's one of the cooler steelbooks. Like I would have been okay with that one.
Yeah. And then they've got the standard set too. And I'm like, so you got 2 sets and I don't even have one of them. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still contemplating just grabbing the UK one, even though it's really expensive, but I don't want the
I can't justify it because like the standard is less than half the price.
I know.
Like you can't justify that.
So
like I'm sorry, but you just can't.
I don't know. It depends how much you love Nightmare on Elm Street. Like it's a display piece, if that matters to you.
For me,
I love that fucking franchise more than anybody, and it's crazy. Like even I can't justify that.
It's my favorite.
I love Freddy. I love Freddy's Dead.
It's
I love it more than all of you.
I do too.
It's my favorite franchise.
I love the remake.
And I've always been super.
All right, you win.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. So it's my favorite franchise. And I've always been appalled with what they did with that DVD set. And I just feel like the standard set is the same set, but with better discs. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I want artwork. I really, really want artwork.
I mean,
I just don't understand why these stupid fucking companies, man, why they think that everybody wants steelbooks. First of all, why is it limited? Explain it to me why it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Here's why, dude. Because this is a studio.
I know.
And when studios look at what sells the most, it's like shit like that, like steelbooks. It's not because it sells the most, like in general. Like it's just that like that's the shit that's in Walmart. So automatically it's gonna sell more than something released only on Scream Factory's website and Amazon or something like that. Because you're hitting a massive amount more eyeballs on the product when it's at like Walmart.
But why limit it then?
Exactly.
There's still thousands of people looking for this set right now, and nobody got one. It's crazy.
And if you're gonna limit,
because because they said it was limited, so it's sold out. If they were like didn't come out and say it was limited, probably not as many people would have fucking bought it, and it'd still be in stock.
Yeah,
but it's gonna limit a steelbook set, then why not give us a limited like keep case set?
Yeah,
like 1,000 pieces. It's like, why not?
Why not do both sets? Exactly. That's what I said. I said,
and they don't understand shit.
But
they also came out and said they're going to release more of them.
Yeah, they said in two other iterations. Something. I know. I watched the interview with the guy, and they said that there's going to be there could be 2 more. There's definitely 1 more iteration that's going to come out, and it's going to come out shortly. They said it's going to be a pre-Christmas run and possibly one around Christmas. I don't know. So maybe November and end December. But it was like literally, he said, like maybe 300 more copies. What the fuck is that? I'm not going to get one of those either. That's insanity, dude.
Maybe I'll get. If it's around Christmas, I'll make my mommy a copy.
I just fucking want that set, but in a standard Amaray case set.
Me too.
Basically, what Scream Factory did with the Halloween set and the fucking or the Friday the 13th set, I want that set, but Nightmare. It would be fucking.
That'll come down the line,
right? But it'll come down the line once they give it to somebody else to do. Like probably like
what we're gonna have to do is we're just gonna have to buy the standard and then buy some custom like job that somebody on Instagram puts out.
I know it's relative with the conversion and stuff like that, but like I know your standards. I just checked actually last night. So the standard set on Amazon was $100 when I checked last night, American. So ours is $140, and that's the same price. That's exactly the same price for both of us. It's just conversion, right? So, I'm not paying $140 for a slimline case. I'm just not. I'm not fucking doing it, bro. I mean, and that's what pisses me off.
For a slimline, what the fuck is that?
Your standard
like
case,
like a 1 case. Nah, you gotta wait for that to be 50% off.
See, I don't even like. Here's my thing. I'm so out of space that like I prefer consolidated like 1 case things with a bunch of titles in it.
I get where you're coming from, bro.
When it comes to like Nightmare on Elm Street, it is like one of the 3 that I want. Like
exactly,
marquee shit.
It's the one franchise I do not want to have another just standard kind of set for. I want because it's my favorite franchise. Even if I was completely out of room, I would make room. And I've been really good about that in the last few years, just getting rid of shit and keeping room. And
I just can't get rid of shit. I don't like.
Yeah, wow, this one disc thing really is a piece of shit. Oh my god.
I'm bad. I don't get rid of boutique label stuff because I feel like I've worked so hard to like grab that shit over years and find stuff. I'm like, I can't just get rid of it, man. Like I still have all my Shriek Show DVDs. Like I must have like 100 of them. I'm like, I have like 4 copies.
I've gotten rid of so many.
I know. I just keep them because for me, it was so easier for you guys. And I explained this away a few times in videos where it was fucking so hard for me to obtain Shriek Show. right? So when I finally found these copies, I was like, I couldn't get rid of them, right? It was like, if it was easy for me, if it was just a standard thing, I could go to like, your local record store, your DVD spot or whatever and grab, that would have been fine, but I couldn't. I had to like hunt for these fucking things. It was annoying. So now when I see them, I'm
crazy.
Like, yeah. So I'm like,
now like for us back in the day at like Best Buy, you could get like any Shriek Show like DVD box set for like $10-15.
They weren't in our Canadian Best Buys, Future Shop, whatever. Like they didn't have them.
That sucks.
I know, it was fucking stupid. So yeah, just different areas. It's like, but yeah. So that's why
I do feel sad when I have to get rid of one of my Shriek Show DVDs. I feel like I probably have like maybe 10 left.
I probably only have you're probably right, maybe like 10 movies that haven't made the upgrade. It's kind of funny. Like I still have like all the zombie films and like all these ridiculous, like, oh man, it's just funny to look at it. But anything standard though, I get rid of. I always get rid of. I just sold off probably I think another 150 movies just before I went to Wasteland to my buddy, and I got rid of all my Cinematograph stuff. Well, he didn't take 2 of them. He's like, they're too expensive. I'm like, fuck, I'll come back with them. But yeah, I don't feel bad getting rid of shit.
The standard on those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of some of them. I think now it's time. It's like my collection could use a clean out. There's like stuff that at this point I'll never watch again.
Right. Anyways, yeah. So I guess, but yeah, that's still part of the intro. Okay, JP, you want to start us off here?
I think we moved past the intro, and then we just went right back to the intro.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cases where I fucking watched these things so long ago, and I tried to rewatch them today, but I kept falling asleep from like the medicine I've been taking. So I'm just like, I don't even fucking know, bro. So I'm just avoiding the actual topic. That's the one bad thing about shows getting pushed back and shit like that, is you just like literally don't remember the shit you watched.
Yeah, it has been. I watched this one actually about a week before we were supposed to record too. So
right. I watched mine like 3 weeks ago.
I watched my movie and Moodz movie last night.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you can talk the most then. So yeah, the film that I picked, I don't know why I even went with this month. I just was like, oh, that cover looks kind of cool. I guess I'll do that one. I want to go back and look at all my picks for featured, like my pick review, because at the end of the year, to see like what all I've done, like in terms of like VSL, or was it a VSA or whatever. I think I've done a VSA this year, but I'm not sure. But I went with Robo Warriors from the year. It has conflicting years. So some places say it's 1996, some places say it's 1998.
Yeah, IMDb has it as 96.
So yeah, Robo Warriors. Have any of you guys seen this before it got released?
No.
Nope. I haven't seen any of those movies. Because that's like part 4 in like a fucking like weird little series, right?
It's part
that has
3,
like robot jocks and all this other crap.
They're kind of unrelated, but so the first one was Robot Jocks, Stuart Gordon's Robot Jocks. And then the second one was Robot Wars, which was like Albert Band. That just pretty much didn't have anything to do with Robot Jocks. It was just made by the same company, being Full Moon / Empire or whatever. And then they had the one same actor in them who played different characters. And then this one apparently was based on Stuart Gordon's script and then became this or whatever. So this is like kind of Robot Jocks 3, but not really. They're all pretty much their own movie. And then you got Pacific Rim, Guillermo del Toro's Pacific Rim, which Stuart Gordon said that when he thought about writing a Robot Jocks sequel back in the day, he was going to set it the robots versus aliens, which is what Pacific Rim ended up being. So he's like, I got crazy deja vu with that movie.
Is he trying to like, did he like try and retroactively like add that to the franchise?
I don't know. I think he
stole my idea, so that's Robot Jocks Part 4.
Yeah, right.
Did you mention Crash and Burn?
No. What's that?
Yeah, that's another one kind of in the vein of this too. It's very similar.
Crash and Burn?
Yeah.
That was a full moon
I
movie
feel like
too.
I've
It was a
seen
full
it,
moon. It was a
actually,
full
Bert.
moon film. Yeah, it was like a rip off of like Robot
Is a
Jocks,
giant
basically.
robot fighting?
Yeah, it's like a rip off of Robot Jocks, basically.
Jesus.
Didn't Stuart Gordon? Didn't he write? Wasn't he one of the writers for this?
I
Yeah,
think
he wrote
he
that
gets
shape,
credited as a writer because they use
Oh yeah, he does too.
stuff from the script
Right.
or something.
He's credited in case he wants to sue them.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this movie is characters by Stuart Gordon. So I wonder, see, I don't know. Like, I never seen Robot Jocks, and even if I had seen it, would I remember the fact that would I remember any of the characters? So like, are characters from this in Robot Jocks?
Dude, I can't remember the character's name. It's different actors for sure, but it's like James Reamer's in this and Kyle Howard. Like I
have no idea.
Like,
I didn't watch
they-
it because I figured it was like Robo Jocks Part 3.
like was Ray Gibson, like was that the character from the I can't even fucking remember, bro. I guess I could just check it out.
So one thing I will tell you is that with Robo Warriors, one of the stars of it is Kyle Howard playing Zach Douglas. And I remember this dude because he looks exactly like he did in when I was thinking of him from other movies. So he was in the movie House Arrest, the one with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Which is like a 90s movie, came out the same
I
year.
love that movie.
And then he was also in The Paper Brigade with Robert Englund.
Oh, that's a
Oh
cool
shit!
movie.
Paper Brigade. Was he fucking like Gunther or Grover?
Yeah, he was Gunther.
Yeah, these characters are
Yeah.
totally
He always had
different.
like one of those stupid G names,
Yeah,
Gunther
because-
Grover.
Grover was the character in House Arrest.
Yeah.
Right, I love that kid.
These
And then
characters
he
are
was
not the same as
also
Robot
in
Jocks.
Bob Clark's Baby Geniuses in '99.
Jesus.
And he was in Orange County.
Yo,
Oh, I remember
the
that movie.
Paper Brigade.
Was it the younger brother?
It's amazing.
I don't remember. Yeah, no, I love Paper Brigade, bro. He's
Did
like,
you-
what's a Gunther?
Yeah, what did he say?
I'm
What
over
a
here taking a
Gunther-
Gunther or something.
Did you notice like the little band of like bad boy bullies? Who those guys were? One of them was Joshua from Troll 2. And then like the main bad boy was like the little nerd from fucking Euro Trip, the one with the twin.
Oh, really?
Trachtenberg's
bad
brother.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Um,
the fucking bad boys in Paper Brigade.
But yeah, this guy started off strong, man. So yeah, I recognized him pretty much right away. I was like, dude, I know that guy from somewhere. But yeah, the movie is set in not too distant future from today's time in the year of 2036, which isn't even that far anymore.
No, wild.
Where what's that?
No, it's wild. Like, if you think back to the equivalent, like, does 2014 seem like a long time ago?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
Not
fuck you
really.
guys.
Well, I mean, not like in terms of like this podcast, yeah, but like in terms of like life, no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, man, it's gonna be 2036 and not
Yeah.
that long.
So anyway, the the movie takes place in 2036 on Earth. And Earth has become sort of a post-apocalyptic area where a like reptile alien species has basically took over control of Earth, and they're like oppressed, basically, the Earthlings. And it's kind of stupid, but like basically like how like these interplanetary like situations are decided are between like a boxing match between two giant robots. So like Earth had like lost their match, and all the giant robots are like gone.
I guess
And
it's better
robot-
than like a huge ass world war.
I mean, I guess.
Keep a little bit more civil.
But there's this kid who believes that, you know, they could fix up the robot, and, you know, one of the Robo Warriors who lost the battle at Earth, he wants him to, like, you know, because he knows how to operate it, to like fight the other robots and basically win back over Earth. So that's basically the plot of that one. Honestly, like it's actually a little better than you would think. Like it actually seems like it has like a pretty big budget, you know. I think I read that it was like 3 million or something like that. And the post up like it like the fucking like there's big set pieces in here. Like there's like everything doesn't look cheap. Like how like I was expecting Power Rangers, you know what I mean? Like the Megazords and shit like that. And it's
Does it
still
look like
kind of
rubber and
that.
plastic?
Yeah, but I think this one looks like a lot more like metal than you typically get with those. Those are more like rubberized. But there's like a lot of miniatures and stuff, and there's like good smoke and big giant lights in the sky and stuff like in an arena. Um, it's actually like kind of cool. It's kind of stupid, but it is kind of cool. And then like all the aliens look kind of cool. Um, what else? It has two cool covers. So it has this cover, which is pretty neat. And then it has this cover, which this is the race of like the reptile aliens that kind of took over the earth that people are not happy about. Um I typically don't like shit like this, but I actually found it kind of fun. Did any of you guys watch this?
Nope.
Yeah, I did.
No? You did? What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. I mean, I've seen Robot Jox. I watched Robot Jox again, I think a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I think when that box set came out, the full moon box or whatever, I rewatched it, and it's very similar. It's very much the same kind of premise, but it's fun. It's nothing.
Yeah,
great.
they have like different landscapes and shit. Like there's like a jungle landscape where the robots fight, and then there's like this like stone area. But you know, they're pretty cool designed and shit like that. I like them. And yeah, that's basically all I have on this. I can't remember much else. But
I think
there's actually not good.
Oh, I was going to say my favorite part about the film is that it stars James Remar. I always liked that guy, man. I always thought he was
Who
really
is
cool.
he?
He's Dexter's Morgan's dad.
Yeah, he's Dexter's dad in the TV series.
Harry.
Yeah, he's
Is that his
Harry.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the Warriors.
As he's
Oh, yeah,
AJ
he plays
from the
Ajax.
Warriors.
Yeah, he's in a
Yeah.
bunch of shit, man. Like he's just one of those kind of character actors you see in fucking
He was
everything.
rated in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Was he really? Oh shit, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude, that is so weird.
Yeah, he's in a lot of shit, dude.
The most
like,
random cast
He's in the
thing,
Black
like
Coat's
recast
daughter.
of all time.
like
Oh
I
yeah, he's the dad. I forgot.
like he's got 185 acting
Yeah,
credits.
he's fucking been acting forever.
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah,
like,
this guy, I've seen this guy in a million things.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he's like I always liked his acting style. Like he's just very
he's
recognizable.
he's in the remake of Psycho,
He's in Cruising. I always thought it was funny that he did Cruising.
Hellraiser, Inferno, Too
Who
Fast,
was
Too
he in?
Furious,
Yeah.
Who was he in Psycho? What character did he play?
Highway Patrolman.
Dude, this guy was in the
That's
Warriors.
probably
I
a
don't
good, that's probably
remember.
a good thing.
Right.
Like bro, like he was in the fucking Warriors. He was in Cruising, The Long Riders, which is an awesome fucking movie.
Yeah,
Blade
That
Trinity,
is an awesome
Pineapple
movie.
Express.
48 Hours, which is
Oh
fucking
yeah,
dope.
he's Hugo. He's Hugo in the fucking Pineapple Express. That's funny.
The Girl
Yeah.
Next Door.
48 Hours, like he was in.
Yeah, although he's the porn guy in that. Oh my god.
Mhm.
It is so crazy. He did a lot of TV too, man. He did like
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
Yeah, he was
The
in Tales from the Dark Side of the
Django
movie.
Unchained.
Everyone's
Black
in
Coat's
that movie.
Daughter. Dude, this guy's
Yeah.
in everything.
I know.
Yeah, he's been around.
Yeah.
God, he's even in the remake of Miracle on 34th Street, the one from '94.
Oppenheimer. What a beast.
He was in
That's the only
Judge
one I've
Dredd.
seen.
Oh, he's actually uncredited in Judge Dredd.
Megalopolis.
Damn, he was in Wild Bill.
Isn't that
Quest.
movie that's not coming out or something?
No, that's the one that Francis Ford Coppola made like a year ago. That everyone was like, "This movie's fucking stupid."
It wasn't like didn't it cost like a bunch of money and take,
Oh,
like,
yeah, it was supposed to be
years
like his
film
like
or
final
something?
like masterpiece. He put a lot of effort into it.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
he
was
sold
a
his
movie-
wine company to like finance it and shit.
Yeah, that was the movie that last year at Cinema Wasteland, Dan at like 10:45 at night was like, I'm gonna go to the movie to see Megalopolis. You want to come?"
Not only
Jason's
that,
such a
but see it
dick.
again. He had already seen
Yeah,
it
see, he
before.
already saw it like the day before, and
Yeah.
freaking, he went up to his room to grab something and just passed out.
Who was that?
Yeah,
Dan.
Dan.
Oh yeah.
That was the day after I think the old lady tried to seduce him.
I think that was different years.
Yeah, I forgot about
That
that.
was different years,
Dude, that was
but
fucking hilarious that one,
Okay.
man.
Yeah, that was probably the year
Um,
before.
so outside of that, it doesn't have a lot of features
I
actually,
remember you
which
guys
is
talking
one of the
about that.
reasons that I went with it. It does have a commentary with the cinematographer and a film critic. I listened to probably about half of it, and I was really bored, and I think I fell asleep. That's what I was watching today before the show. And then it has a 40-minute making of, which was also pretty cool. Um, it's a new making of too, so it's like, neat to sort of see like when I like both the retro um making ofs where it's like just footage from like the set that and then they
Mhm.
put out in like 2004 or something, you know what I mean? But I also like sort of the newer ones that are a little more polished and more just like talking heads.
They are more sophisticated because like the featurettes from back in the day were almost like trend cells, or it's like, let's go behind the scenes of what happened in Robot Warriors.
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that.
The transfer was pretty good too. Not like the best transfer I've ever seen, but definitely, um solid. But the Footsteps of the Giant was the name of the behind the scenes featurette, and it features interviews from the producer, the director, the cinematographer, the studio founder. Um, they basically wanted to do like a Star Wars type thing on a budget. And I feel like they kind of, I mean, that is one thing that I really did like about the movie is there's actually a lot of like cool, like some of the things I like about Star Wars the most in some of those films is just like the locations, like some random like marketplace on some weird planet or whatever. This kind of has vibes like that where like it looks futuristic enough, but it also looks like run down in a way, like where it's like the town is like hobbled like pieces of things together because they're like oppressed and shit. There's actually like a lot of cool like settings and shots and stuff of where they're at. But then there's also like just people in rooms that seem like very modern as well. So it's like sort of like a mix and
That's the budget
match.
right
Yeah.
there.
Um and yeah, that's pretty much all I have on this one for this month. I will give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Not bad.
Mids is muted if he's trying
Especially
to talk.
for like, what is that, a part three or a part four?
I
It's pretty
think, I
positive
mean,
rating.
kind of. It's not really related, but kind of.
Yeah. I think that's
Like in the same universe, but not really type.
Yeah. I've
can't
never
even
seen it.
I can't even
I've actually
remember.
seen Robot Wars, which is the full moon one, I guess, part two. And
Yeah, that's the one I haven't seen.
it's not very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Robot
The only
Jock's
one from
Robo.
that franchise I've seen is Pacific Rim.
Believe it or not, I've never seen it. So
It's cool.
Rim job.
Tony.
All right, so for this month, I picked Castle of Evil, which is the VSL of the month. It is from 1966. It is directed by Francis D. Lyon, who isn't very popular. He's mostly known as an editor, and he's actually an Oscar winner. He won an Oscar for editing a movie from the 40s called Body and Soul, which is like a like a boxing sports like noir drama.
Oh, I bought the movie off of Kino.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the director of this movie won an Oscar for editing that movie.
Of course he did.
Yeah,
So
I bought that movie off
almost
Kino.
20 years
It's cool.
later, he directs this movie, Castle of Evil, which is it's an interesting movie. It let's see if I can try to remember this. It's been a few weeks. So basically it revolves around this guy named Karl Kovic. He's basically like a technological like genius, like creating different like inventions and all this shit and whatnot. Well, he's on his deathbed and he lives in like this palatial estate, like in a random island, like in the Caribbeans. And he arranges for like six people from his past to come and basically like see him off to the other side. And these all these people have their own personal histories with this guy and everything. And when they show up to the island, they find out that he's actually dead. So his housemaid, whose name is Lupe, which funnily enough, like everybody in the movie calls her Loopy. I just can't fucking like handle that. Like every single time, like anytime anybody's like trying to be serious, and he's like, "Where's Loopy at?" I was like,
Loopy.
ridiculous. Loopy. I'm like, this is American as fuck. But she basically just reads off the will and everything, and in the will of Mr. Kovic, he basically says that he was burned really bad 2 years ago, and he suffered from this burn, which eventually ended up taking his life 2 years later. And he knows that one of these six people are responsible for his death, and that whoever is alive at the end of the night will receive a $400,000 like basically inheritance from his estate. But if people die, the money like gets split up in bigger quantities, obviously, because they can't collect that shit. So throughout the night, like there's also like a crazy endless storm that nobody can escape from this island. So they're here, they're trapped, and the people themselves, like they're not like the most interesting types. They're all old people. Like you'll have like his lawyer was there, like an old fling from back in the time was there, like his doctor and like people like that. And so basically they're just going around like basically interrogating each other, trying to figure out the mystery. Meanwhile, the dead man himself, Mr. Kovic, is seemingly like going around the estate and killing people left and right. Is it really him? Is he possessed? Is it a robot? What could it be? Who knows? But this movie, it almost felt to me like more of like an episodic TV show. Like the second they show up to this island, it almost just reminded me of like an episode of Gilligan's Island, the way it's shot, the way it's storming out and all this other stuff. The fact that they're all middle-aged and they show up to this place. But yeah, like the initial like whodunit mystery I thought was pretty interesting, but throughout the movie, once like revelations happen and all these twists and everything come through, like subplots are pretty much like forgotten about, and then like new subplots are brought in, and then those are forgotten about. Like it's almost kind of a mess, this movie. But to me, like it really didn't matter because it just had this weird like 60s TV quality to it that I really enjoyed. So like for maybe like a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon, this is a pretty decent watch. Like the whodunit aspect isn't the greatest. The actual body count itself, like once people start dying, there's only like two, three deaths from what I remember, and none of them are like even decent. Like
The
I remember
reveal was goofy. I thought the reveal was goofy.
which one?
Yeah, I mean, I guess kind of the first one. I guess maybe this, I don't know. I think they're both goofy, to be honest. Dude, I don't even want to say it, but man, I fucking never laughed so hard in my life. I was not expecting like laser action, bro.
Yeah, like the fact that this guy was like a technological like mastermind. Yeah, we've got lasers in this movie. We've got robots in this movie. We've got like closed circuit fucking surveillance cameras where you can like spy in every room and shit. Like
Disintegration area.
disintegration chambers where you go from like human to clean skeleton. Like some of the shit in this movie is ridiculous. But like there's things I do like about it, like the killer himself. Oh, like the killer robot slash dead man slash whatever you want to call him.
Right.
I thought he was sweet. Like the burn makeup, I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
He was big. He was hulking. Like he almost reminded me of almost like a Jason Voorhees type guy. How he was like plotting. And there was a scene where he like crashed through a fucking door, like exploding through a door. I'm like, that's some shit that's like straight out of a Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Chainsaw too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's really not that many good things to really say about this movie. Like the mystery isn't all that great because they forget plot points and they just like string things together. Like I said, it feels like an episodic TV show, which
and the characters suck. And that's the worst thing about this movie for me was the characters were fucking shitty. Everyone was so unlikable and terrible. But you're right though, because this movie kind of jumps around and it forgets about subplots and stuff and it goes on to the next one. And I thought it was missing shit, but they just weren't elaborating on the other, and it just kind of went to something else. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is happening. And also we got laser gun and like this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? And then you get this one reveal and you get it. I'm like, wow, this thing's all over the place. To me, I actually laughed. I had to actually take a note of this, but I've actually deleted it. But it was like, I said something on the lines. It's like Agatha Christie on crack. This one just like
literally on fucking crack.
It's just like Agatha
like
Christie on crack.
She like forgot to take her ADHD medicine.
Yeah, man. It's like, because you never see no laser activity and disintegration chambers and no Agatha Christie shit. It's kind of like it's very similar plot line. It's like a bunch of people show up to a house and then they all get picked off one by one. It's Agatha Christie. It's 10 Little Indians, right? But like this, it's like they're trying to do that, but then they took it one step further, but then they kept taking 2 steps back while they were taking that one step further. This is a weird movie. Like I enjoyed it, but I find myself laughing at it though. I wasn't laughing with it because the characters sucked. Like every character was so unlikable. It was hilarious to me. And like such an early 60s film to have so many unlikable fucking mid-life people is like, it was random to me.
And it's funny because that was like the choice. Because like when you find out that these people through like talking to each other that they all had bad relationships with this guy. So they're all fucking pieces of shit in their own little special ways. Yeah,
it's not a surprise because they're introduced as everyone is a piece of shit. And that's the funny thing about the movie. There's like no one to root for. Like everybody sucks. It's hilarious, man.
Yeah, like there's that. There's like a couple romance angles that go nowhere. Like like the entire like script like from this is just an absolute fucking mess.
Yeah.
But like we said, like it's not a bad time. Like it's short. It just moves along so like briskly, honestly. Like I blinked like 3 times and the movie was fucking over. But yeah, like I said, like the second you get invested in some sort of plot point, something new gets involved, like a robot gets introduced, or like this guy who's like thinks that it's like the local tribes who have introduced some supernatural element into it that ultimately doesn't really get explored, just like everything else.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not too bad of a movie. Like it looks really nice, but I give it probably 5.5 out of 10. I think that's fair.
I can't even remember. I might have given it about the same, maybe 6. I don't know. I just found myself like oddly being confused that they just kept forgetting about every fucking subplot. I was like, am I missing shit?
Right.
I'm like, this movie's 80 minutes long. Like, how am I missing shit? Like, I'm paying attention. You know, this is crazy.
And almost nothing gets resolved.
No.
Like the movie just ends. And like you're not happy with who's alive. Not enough people died, honestly. That's my biggest like
it's one of those things where I feel like they had this script and then they just didn't get the money for it, so they had to cut a bunch of shit because I feel like they had to do something to make up some time. So like, well, introduce these plot points and then we just won't go back to it. Maybe nobody will notice, kind of thing. That's what I felt like they were doing to us the entire thing. You're right though, it just feels very unresolved and it's a weird watch, bro. Like you don't see a lot of 60s films that are like this. Like there's a lot of messy 60 films, but this one it's still a decently made film. It should have been better, you know, like story wise and stuff, but it's just you got to kind of see it for yourself, man. It's a weird one. It's definitely weird, but I will say the makeup on the killer, like actually looked pretty cool. I thought it actually looked pretty good. So it's 66, right? 66?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. In terms of special features, we have a commentary track with film historians Jonathan Rigby and Kevin Lyons, which I did not listen to. And also a commentary track with Bill Bria and Ashley Coffin from Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater podcast, which I've never even heard of. You guys know
I'm
that
getting
show?
sick of all these podcasts fucking getting commentaries and we can't get one.
Why in the fuck can't
I mean, to be fair, we never tried, but I don't know if they're reaching out.
You should have talked to the TerrorVision guy on
dude. That's what we should have talked to the TerrorVision guy.
You think with like our track record that would, if somebody just contacts us, I don't want to reach out to people like, yo, can I do a commentary? I think that's kind of whack. That's whack. That's whack. That's fucking
right.
whack.
Like Hysteria continues, I can see because they've been around since like fucking 2010. Like they're
OGs. But if you're like,
but like
at the TerrorVision booth, then you're like, hey, if you ever need anybody to do some commentaries, fan commentaries, let us know.
Right.
That's a little different.
Yeah, you have two commentaries, and then the only other feature is Preserving the Legacy of Francis D. Lyon, an interview with Professor Paul V. M. Flesher at the American Heritage Center. And that's basically like a 10-minute interview with this guy who works at this preservation center in Wyoming. And he's got a big collection of this director. And he just talked about like some of his history, talked about him being an editor. And that's how he got all the information about him winning the Oscar. And then how he mentioned like how the movie like feels like a TV movie. That was a choice. He mentioned that Francis D. Lyon was like really like into making stuff that was like formatted for TV. So he would always purposely make his movies like that. He would like put in like commercial break points and stuff like that. So that's why this movie feels like a TV movie, because that was by design. And I mean, besides that, he just talks about like the center itself and like some of the collections that they have, and it's interesting, but it's honestly kind of just meh for a special feature.
Dude,
and that's pretty much it for
freaking watch sports these days.
Yeah, I had a nice pirate site for my NHL games that just kicked me out. I was like, "Nope, the server's full. You can't come back."
Don't you miss when you could just watch shit on cable or like TV?
Yes, dude. It's like I've been trying to find this Penguins game for like the last fucking. It's almost over.
Ricardo Raquel got 2 assists. That was good for me.
That's everything, Tony?
Yes, that is Castle of Evil from 1966. It is a very okay movie, and I would say maybe get it during a 50% off sale if you're feeling in the mood for a 60s movie.
Feeling spicy.
I feel like it'd be a fun one to watch with a bunch of people, because like
yeah, it'd be good for an October watch too, honestly. Like
with some beers
setting,
and shit, yeah.
Like, yeah, you're in a castle. It's an isolated location. It's storming the entire time. It's got a good atmosphere to it. Like, yeah, it's a mess, but yeah, like honestly, it's just not a bad watch. Like I had a decent time watching it.
Right. All right, so I am up, and we're gonna take it back to the year 2000 with a film from director Takashi Ishii, and it is called Freeze Me. Have you guys ever seen anything by Takashi? I was going to say Miike.
Yeah.
I was going to say Miike. Ishii.
No.
Oh, shit.
It's funny. Actually, the only movie I've ever seen by him is, I think, Flower and Snake, and it's actually from 2004. It's more of like an erotic
Penguins take the lead with 5 minutes.
So it's part of the Nagazzo collection released by Impulse. I was just talking about Impulse in the fucking in the intro, so that's Synapse's sub-label there. But yeah, so Freeze Me is a film that I'd heard about. I'd never seen it before. So it was kind of it was a first time watch for me, very, very going into it very, very blind. I wasn't overly familiar with his work. So but basically this one follows fuck man, I don't even remember what our main character. I can't remember what her name is, but so the film starts out with it's like a really, really dark start into the film. It just starts out with the sounds of someone being like raped. You don't visually get to see it. And then it shows her standing like in the streets. And this is something I learned from the special features, is that Ishe likes to do transitions with weather, like whether it be raining or snowing and stuff. And it's like a perfect example in being in this film. So you hear all these like nasty sounds of just someone being violated and stuff. And then it cuts to her standing in the streets looking up at the streetlight, and it's snowing. And then it just kind of cuts to 5 years later. And so now she's moved away. I think she's living in Tokyo now. So she moves to Tokyo, and she's got like this white collar kind of desk job or whatever. And she's got a boyfriend now. And it's implied that she was raped, right? She was obviously raped, and she got away from the city because she was raped. And so she's now settled in with this job. She's got a boyfriend and stuff like that, and doing good. She's, enjoying her life. She lives by herself. She doesn't live with her boyfriend. Anyway, she's gets off work one day. She goes back home, and all of a sudden, like, some dude shows up at her door, and it's one of the three. So there was three guys that had raped her. Shows up at her door and just kind of barges in like he's her best friend, and starts violating her and acting fucking crazy. And so I'll just leave it right there. That's kind of the premise of the film. So now my overall thoughts on this movie, man, holy shit, dude. I was like, this is such an interesting way of doing like a rape revenge film, because generally in rape revenge films, somebody's violated and then they go out for revenge like right away. In this movie, it jumps 5 years forward. She just moves away. She just gets away from the whole thing, but they track her down. But the interesting angle of this film is that, she wasn't looking to do the revenge. It was kind of forced upon her, like literally. It's such an interesting thing. This guy shows up at the door, and he like just kind of barges in, goes to the fridge and grabs a fucking beer. And he's like, yo, what up, bitch? Make me a fucking sandwich. Make me a sandwich. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what am I watching? Like, nobody ever talks like this. Like, these characters are just so out of left field, and the dialogue was absolutely crazy absurd. And I'm like, this is wild. And she's just like starstruck. She's like, I don't know what to say or do and shit. And then, of course, shit doesn't go good. It doesn't go good for this guy. Like, she's finally had enough. She's being raped, and like but the weird part about this film, after the first guy shows up, he starts violating her and doing shit and stuff. And again, I really like how Ishii does it. He doesn't focus on the element of visually seeing the rape scenes, right? It's super implied, and it kind of works really well for like the psychological elements of this film, because it's getting into your mind too. You're like, fuck, how is she dealing with this? But the crazy thing is, after the first guy does it again, she goes to work. Like, he lets her go to work, and he's just like living in her apartment.
Same day?
Like the next day, like she goes to work and stuff. And it's like, she comes home to like this rapist in her place. And then he starts doing crazy shit to her again. It's so fucking wild. Like, she could have went to the police. And right away in the film, I was like, why doesn't she go to the police? Like, she was raped 5 years ago, never went to the police, moves away. And then this is happening again. Why wouldn't you just, if he's going to let you go to work, why wouldn't you just go right to the police station and be like, bro, I got this dude in my apartment that kind of violated me, and he's doing it again. And go get him. It doesn't work out like that. There's actually one moment in the film, and Tyler, I don't know if you can explain this away, because I still don't understand this, but one of the three rapists, I can't remember, might even be the first one, but because he reveals that they had videotaped this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling tapes like on the black market for like $59.95 kind of thing, right? And like, he was exploiting it there. Like, he shows up in this apartment, he's like putting pictures in people's mail slots and stuff like that, and it's kind of crazy. But there's a point in the film where obviously the viewers thinking to themselves, going, why in the fuck is she not going to the police? She literally says that I can't go to the police. So why couldn't she go to the police? It was never actually,
I think
it was never revealed.
They're Yakuza. Like, they'll just kill her, I guess.
But like, were they like full blown Yakuza? I know the third guy was kind of a big deal, but the other guys seemed like total shitheads.
All the
like,
guys, that's
like,
why they're shitheads. Like, the guy that was in the suit was in the Yakuza. That was a guy who was like,
I wasn't sure if that was the only reason, because I kept thinking
that guy was like the guy was like a pussy.
Blame it on the Yakuza.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense, because I thought of that, and I was like, well, it makes, because he's like letting her go, and I'm like, you could just go to the cops and stuff, but like, she says in one piece of dialogue, I can't go to the police. So it just continues to happen. So the point of the movie, it's called Freeze Me. Right. So one thing leads to another with her first rapist, and she kills him. Right. I mean, you're gonna have to get a little bit of spoilers there. I mean, so she doesn't know what to do with the body, So the best thing that she comes up with was ordering a freezer. She gets a fucking deep freeze. She gets a freezer. And she basically does something with the body, puts it in the freezer. And then, a little bit later, rapist number 2 shows up at the door. It's like almost comical.
Hey, did you see my friend Jim?
Exactly. And this guy literally looking for his friend. Literally looking for his friend. And then he's like, yo, where's fucking Joe Bob or whatever? I can't remember their names. Obviously, it's not Joe Bob, but he's like, yo.
He starts talking about his dick. He's like,
oh, dude, this
so big.
This the dialogue in this movie is second to none. It's so outrageous. It's so like fantastical to the point where like nobody talks like this. This is absolutely insane.
Yeah, like these guys just always like, how many times did he fuck you? He's hung his dick is huge. It's hung like a horse. Like these are actual things.
Like everything is so direct and blatant that like nobody talks like this. But I guess they do when they have someone that they can control, kind of thing. And of course, she's finally fucking had enough of this dude and she has to off him. So she has to order another freezer. It's almost comical at this time, right? So now she's got another
like one freezer per person.
Yes. I'm not joking.
That's funny. It's
fucking
sounds
insane.
Like a joke, but it's not.
It's not. So, and then to make things worse, the third guy shows up and he's like the video game boss, right? He's the big fucking Yakuza, big fucking bastard guy. And he goes in there and he's vicious. The things that he's doing, the things he's saying, he's beating her the fuck up. And it's so funny. There's like actually points in the thing where he's like playing like Super Nintendo and he's like, me, gotcha. And he's like this big badass Yakuza guy. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is insane. But it's not a comedy. There's no comedy in this film whatsoever. It's the idea of what's happening that's actually kind of funny because you're like, this is ridiculous. This would never happen.
This movie gets hokey. Like it's like very serious, but it's like hokey.
It's super hokey. It's super you're kind of laughing at just what's happening because, like I said, nobody acts like this.
Yeah, I was like just like really confused with the tone of all that. I feel like it gets lost in the weeds with like how like goofy like the guys that show up. Because the second guy shows up and you think he's gonna like. The film's gonna go somewhere interesting. He's like all apologetic. And he's just like, "How many times did he fuck you? His dick is as big as a horse's."
Yeah.
Then it's so weird. Like,
it is so weird, and it's like the weirdest rape revenge film I've ever seen because it happens in sections. Like it's not like someone's just going out there picking off. It's like they're coming to her, and then it's like they're just walking to their death, kind of thing. And then so of course something happens with the third guy. She has to get another freezer. And this is where I actually laughed out loud. You probably laughed at this part too. So she fucking puts the third body in the third freezer. And then she goes to like turn it on or plug it in and it blows the breaker. She's got a single breaker in the house and it blows the breaker. So then she flicks it back on, she plugs it back in and the breaker blows again. So what do? You're in an apartment. You only have one breaker. You got 3 freezers, 3 bucket bodies. And I'm like, oh my God, at this point I had tears running down my face. I'm like, the movie is so ridiculous. It's hilarious. But there is a little bit of plot holes in the film though too, because she does kind of figure that out, but they don't really show how she figures it out. And I'm like, okay, because she is kind of living with, the 3 freezers are working and stuff like that. And of course, she does have a boyfriend. And there's a point in the film where the boyfriend actually shows up. I think it was when the first guy was there? Yeah,
it was when the first guy was still there.
Yeah.
And so I didn't really get that either.
Yeah, he shows up at the place to see his girlfriend, and the guy answers the door, and he's just like, yo, man, what up? What up? He's just like acting, and she's like, ugh. But she doesn't really say anything. It's like such a weird thing, like, hey, this guy's fucking raping me. Like, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. But then this guy kind of gets all jealous and blah, 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 like kind of whatever. She ends up getting fired from her job, blah, blah, blah. And, but like the way this thing resolves itself is actually quite compelling. Like the way it all kind of goes down in the third act. You know what I mean, Ty? It's like, yeah, it's super crazy. But then I learned after watching the ending of this film, I watched the special features, which is basically just an interview with the cinematographer. He's worked on like tons of his films with him. And it was funny too, because he actually had notes. He had a notepad while he was being interviewed. He's like, yeah, checking dates. I'm like, that's crazy. I've never seen anyone have a notepad with notes, like when you're doing an interview. That's fucking wild. But anyways, he was talking about Ishii as a director, and he said like most of his movies are pretty much like this. They are all they're super dark and bleak with very nihilistic kind of endings and stuff, hence the ending of this film. And it kind of made sense for what the tone is. Like all of his movies have to deal with like tragedy and like nihilism and all this type of shit. And I was like, okay. I don't think any comedy was like meant for the film at all. But I think it's just more the idea of what's happening, because it just seems a little bit unrealistic at times too, where she could kind of do what she was doing to these people and get away with it. But it is what it is. Suspend your belief kind of thing. But I do like the filmmaking. It's mostly shot in an apartment, which is actually a set that they built. I thought the interesting thing he talks about in the interview is that they built this set without a roof because Ishii didn't like to have he didn't like to have like top lighting and stuff. They wanted it open, so they had to shoot it completely different. But it worked out for like their overhead shots. That's why when you see like the overhead shots and in the downward shots, there's no roof in there. They actually weren't shooting. There was no roof in the set that they built. So that's actually kind of a different way, because most people build sets and they have it's enclosed because they want lighting, right? He didn't like that lighting. He liked everything low lit. They shot it on 16 millimeter. He liked the little bit more gritty look and wanted that kind of appeal to it, which it does capture it, I think, in my opinion. It feels very enclosed, isolated. It feels very dark and gritty, but with this off kind of beat comedic elements too, because again, what's going on, but it's not intended. So take it for how you will. But overall, man, I thought this movie was really fun to. I don't know if fun is the right adjective to use. I don't think it was. Okay, I digress. I take back the word fun, because I don't want to be associated with, hey, I like rape revenge films. They're fucking fun.
It's fun.
It's interesting. It's an interesting kind of character study. It's like a very kind of psychological film without being overly psychological, but you kind of dig into her psyche of like, what the fuck, man? Like, you probably could have resolved this by maybe going to the police 5 years. Like, I get it. Like, they're Yakuza, but at the same time, it's like you have a second chance of doing something about this and you don't. So you just kind of, it just affected her so much. Yeah.
Did they ever explain like why they waited 5 years to come back?
No,
they really don't. It just, I think the way I took it, though, it took her. Like, the guy did say it took a while to find her. Because remember, she just moved to Tokyo. She moved to the big city.
They like tracked her down to Tokyo, and she was like from some little city.
Yeah. So she moved to the big city, which is obviously Tokyo, and there's fucking 10 billion people there. But yeah, so I think they implied that it took a while for her to find her. But man, bro, I was like it's you spent 5 years tracking someone down, and you just like, what the fuck? Why didn't you just kill her in the first place?
All right, you're the Yakuza. It shouldn't take that fucking long.
Yeah, like you think after 5 years, obviously she's not calling the police or whatever, just let it go. Kind of, it's a weird narrative. It's really hard to get into the psyche of why she didn't do anything about it, and then was forced to do something about it all these years later individually. And like the way she kills people too is actually really bizarre. I thought did you think that the plastic bottle death was a little bit bizarre? I'm like, I've never seen anyone get smoked with a water bottle, like a plastic water bottle.
Yeah, it was frozen.
But still, I don't know. It just seemed like it was fucking like, I don't know, man.
It was like getting hit with a big icicle.
I guess so. It didn't seem to. It didn't seem to me like to me. It seemed like it was a little bit not fully frozen, but I don't know. That might have just been the way it was shot. Who knows? But it's just an interesting thing. I've never seen anyone get beat with like a water bottle before.
Yeah.
Such an odd death, but
I felt like the deaths were like done well. A lot of like the rape and like the way they like edited and like that stuff was like really good. The violence was good.
The violence with her revenge, I thought was really good. I like the fact that Ishii doesn't focus on the exploitation of rape. It's mostly implied. You get the after effects, and it's more psychological. Like, it's a more psychological effect. Yeah,
when you see the video, actually like build to it.
Yeah, and
it's pretty well done.
Yeah, they do actually cut back to and they show you brief clips of the videotape, which gets kind of into like the found footage area.
Well, then it
looks very found footage.
They finally show you in like the final act too.
Yeah,
they just show you the whole tape, and it's kind of awful.
Which I don't really think is. Yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting that they even did that. I like the fact that they showed just a little clip to give you an idea that it really did happen, kind of thing. But then to show it more,
I like that they build to it. I thought that was good.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't really need to go any further with that because it was already implied, and he'd already spent so much time avoiding the visual of the rape. He didn't really need to show it. I thought it kind of took away from it.
I thought he wanted to hold. I think he was just trying to hold it back and like finally hit you with it.
I guess, but I was really enjoying like the implied part of it. It's like it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, I need to see my rape on my movies. You know what I mean? It's like
I want to see it. I want to see it as filthy as possible.
But I think honestly the most comical thing to this movie about was the fucking dialogue, bro. I don't know if it was
just dialogue felt pretty bad to me.
It was so. I'm like, who are these people? Like, I don't even understand understand how people wrote the dialogue for that, or was that like implied, or was that just like did they wing this shit, man? Were they just like ad-libbing?
I think it's just like not good dialogue. I don't know.
But I get it. Like, these characters are completely unhinged and they say stupid shit, because the one guy was a complete misogynist narcissist. Like, the first guy, like, this guy was just like, I'm on top of the world, I can't be touched. Like, he was literally
like,
just.
I kind of hate like when they make Yakuza guys tropey like this, because it just makes them seem stupid, and like it makes me take them less seriously.
The first guy reminded me of somebody you would have seen on Jersey Shore. He had the tracksuit with all the chains and shit, and he was wearing like gangster clothes, and it was like, it was ridiculous.
I don't like the criminals that act like childish almost. Right. It just makes you take them less serious. But stylistically, this movie was pretty good too. It's not the strongest writing. And I did think it got lost in the weeds. It's a little bit longer than I think it needs to be.
I didn't find it was overly too long. I just felt like there was a little bit of plot holes. I think the biggest plot hole, though, is just, I mean, if you take the Yakuza thing into consideration, but like, I just can't imagine anybody. If you move away from the place and get away, why wouldn't you do something about it then? Because they can't find you. It took them 5 years to find her, kind of thing. It's like there is elements of like plot holes for sure, but it is like it's not a period piece. Actually, it kind of is now. It's 25 years old, but the fact that like you got the PlayStation 1 in there, you got like the Super Nintendo games. I like seeing all that old school shit, man. I was like, damn, it's pretty awesome. So it's pretty cool. But like, again, it's pretty much all one location. There's a few scenes in her job with the boyfriend and stuff like that, but it's mostly an apartment, which I think is pretty cool. Works pretty well. So, but yeah, there's some pretty cool transitions too. Like, I don't know if you caught those transitions, Ty, when they see, like, they show the burning moon, which is actually kind of funny, because Olaf Ittenbach used the burning moon metaphor as the same thing as like a sign of like violence and bad shit, right? It's kind of what it signifies, it's what it symbolizes. And I thought that was actually really cool. They do that a couple times in the film. I caught that because I just watched the burning moon, which was literally about that, right? I'm sure you guys did too, but yeah, that was kind of in the third act, which was, of course, alluding to the whole violent aspect of what was happening and shit like that. But I like symbolic shit like that, where it doesn't work for everybody, but it always works for me. I think it's just nice touches when people allude to stuff so, like, just kind of low key. You know what I mean? But it works. I'm a big fan of transitions. I always talk about transitions, but yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. The ending is it's dark, bleak, and Jesus Christ, what the fuck? But knowing about how Ishii does his films, it makes a lot of sense. So very nihilistic, but I enjoyed it, man. I give it 8 out of 10. What do you give it, Ty?
Like a soft 7.
Soft 7, yeah. I liked it, man. I really like the fact that it was shot on 60 millimeter for 2000. I mean, in the age of where everyone was trying to do shit cheaper and do stuff DV and stuff, like, he went out and did 16 millimeter.
I thought this movie was gonna be a lot cheaper than it was. And
yeah, I was expecting DV or some along those lines or whatever, and like I was like, okay, and then it wasn't. So yeah, I was taken back by it. I thought it was pretty cool. I was surprised that Dave Z liked this movie as much as he does. Maybe it's maybe it's the Asian aspect of it. I don't know.
Dude, hold on. Our phones listen to us, dude. Like, were you not taught? Was this the video you were talking about right here? This Elm Street box set. Hold on, let me try to get it. This guy.
Who's the YouTuber?
Born to be Rad.
He's one of them, and Chris CHH is the other guy. They're all a clique.
Because they all get the same shit. I've never watched this dude in my entire life, nor have I ever seen anything by him. And
I watch him
through YouTube.
Yeah, I watch him.
And that shit is on there.
Yeah, Born to be Bad. He's kind of cool. He's around, I think he's roughly probably my age. He's an old school collector. And then CHH, and then they do shit with the Dead Pit. They do shit with the Dead Pit. So every time the Dead Pit's on, I just tune out because I don't like those guys. But it's like this clique of guys, and then there's another guy, the Cobb's Web channel, that they all do shit together. They're like their collective, but our collective's way better. We're cool.
I'm just saying, it's so weird
that Cobwebs guy is pretty good. That guy makes like really reasonable lists. I've seen him a little bit.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
That's the guy that made that folk top 20 folk video that you brought up that one time.
It literally puts out a top 10 video every week on, like, he does.
Is Slips Cover Steve still alive, or did he die?
I don't really have movie people in my algorithm. I have
most of my algorithm is fucking food challenges.
my algorithm now.
I'm just tired of these phones listening to us, bro. It's crazy.
That is crazy, but yeah, you're right. That's the
like
that's the collective.
Yes.
I've never seen that guy in my entire life. We're talking about him tonight, and then he shows up in my feed. Come
Yeah,
on.
I like him, man. Like Born to
The
Be like
algorithm pays attention to our voice.
they actually do Born to Be Bad, and I don't think it's both guys from Dead Pit. I think it's just Vance or the bigger guy. They have like a they have a podcast called Anchor Bay Archives or something, and they talk about everything like original Anchor Bay. It's like a video one. It's just right online, so it'll be on like Born to Bad or the Dead Pit. I think they kind of alternate where they put the videos or whatever. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Penguins start off 2-0. How about that?
Anyways,
I was so happy that they fucking shut out New York the other day. I have like someone I see every day that likes the Rangers. I was like, "What happened, bro?"
Yeah, fuck the Rangers.
Yeah, fuck the Rangers. Fuck anything New York. Come on.
They're like a fourth
And
liner putting pucks in the net
Giants
too.
are beating Philly right now too, which is kind of crazy. It's early still.
That is crazy. But
Really?
Philly, honestly, they just been hanging around this year. They haven't been fucking putting people away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave it 8. You gave it a soft 7. Fair enough. Tyler, you're up.
Who put Freeze Me
Alright.
out?
Connie.
Nice. Tyler's favorite.
Yeah. Speaking of Connie,
Yeah, so that's Freeze Me. Yeah, it's
Also-
it actually looks pretty cool. Like the artwork looks cool. I like it.
also from Connie, we have a film from director Lino Brocca, and it's Bona. Lino Brocca, generally regarded as the greatest Filipino filmmaker of all time. It had to be a pickup for me. I'm writing in the Connie Filipino wave this year.
Have you seen any movie by this filmmaker before?
Yeah, I've seen one by him, and I thought it was pretty good. And I own 2 more that I have not watched. One of them is usually considered his best movie, Manila in the Claws of Light. And there's another one, Cain and Abel, that Connie actually put out a long time ago. And it was like one of those movies that Vincent was like giving away on one of those sales, like the weekly sales. And I bought it, and I just had never watched it from years ago. By the time I bought it, I just was like, I'm going to just buy this cheap movie. Like, I probably didn't even know who it was. So that was a cool bonus pickup. But when I started looking into this movie, like the director and is also Connie's first 4K, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that because of that, I really should pick it up because this is the way I've been writing pretty hard this year. And what's really interesting about this movie, as I looked into it, that this was actually a lost film. The film prints were destroyed and the negatives were destroyed in a fire in the lab of the production company that originally made it. So it was believed to be a lost film for over 40 years. It pretty much
Isn't that
disappeared right after
something?
release.
Crazy.
Lost the greatest Filipino movie ever made.
Fucking. So there was a professor, I believe his name was Jose Capino, that in the 2010s was writing a book about Lino Brocca, and he was a huge champion as Filipino cinema. And while he was doing research, he was interviewing someone that would participate. This movie played at Cannes in 1980, that's when this movie's from. And he interviewed someone who was in that process of the chain of command somewhere, and actually told him that the original camera negatives were stored still at the Paris lab. They were brought there after Cannes, and they were still there. And he just hid this little bottle of info. And when that guy passed away, he shared that info with the company that did the restoration and with Connie, and they went and got it in the lab, and it did a 4K restoration.
Afterward, he was secretly murdered. They revealed where the elements
so
were.
it's literally it's insane how movies get found. This movie was from this prolific filmmaker, especially in the Philippines, was lost for 40 years, and some guy doing a research about a book on him, or 30 years later, was interviewing some guy and just happened to know that the negatives were in some Paris film lab. It just, and then years later he told that to someone, and that's how this movie came to be.
Wow.
So it's pretty wild, just how things like that happen. And something I've been really praising Connie for is like finding these movies that were like destroyed or like gone or like lost and just putting out these nice additions. And I've talked about in some of those the transfers have not been the greatest because they're just literally movies that weren't stored well. And but for even to get what we got from them was good. It was great. But this movie, oh my God, this is the restoration on this movie is incredible. This is one of the best 4Ks I've ever seen. I was in awe how nice this movie looked. It keeps that like it's the perfect like balance between like the like swarm colors and shadows, and it's not like this is like some big like colorful movie, but everything is just so like heavily saturated, and the film grain is not, it doesn't have too much noise in it, but it retains that like real soft like perfect like color film 4K restoration. This thing is absolutely immaculate, and it sounds great too. It was something. But anyways, getting to this film, this movie is only 85 minutes long, so it's a pretty easy watch. And it's about a young girl named Bona. The film starts out where there's this like big like protest or rally in the street, and you think it's like probably some sort of political, like a lot of these Filipino movies are from there. You think it's some sort of like political uprising or something like that. As you pan out, you see that it's actually a film set, and they're filming this big thing. They're filming this like this big like scene in the city, and that's where you first see this character Bona, and it kind of just hits the ground running. It doesn't like stop and make introductions. And this girl's infatuated with this guy Gardo, his name is, who's just a little bit actor that's really just in these all in these productions in these like little micro parts. But she's like she's the super fan. She's like out like gravitates to like she wants to be with him, and she comes from like a middle class family, and this guy, he'd be like your definition of hood rich today, where he like lives in the slums, but he lives like kind of like tries to like play off like he's this kind of like lavish like actor playboy, but he lives in the slums, so it's actually the dynamic's pretty interesting. And this great and if now that I think it helps that I've seen quite a few of these Filipino movies now, because a lot of the a good context point for this movie would actually be something like Kisatmata, where you see that like a patriarchal like kind of traditional oppression that you see in the households between fathers and daughters, and morality and marriage, and so you already have an idea of what the culture is like. And it also, when you think about that, it contrasts with is that other movie I watched from Connie, Morale, that was really like came from this area that was like a big like coming out like pro feminism breaking this mold type movie. And this movie kind of toes the line of like both those movies, but it like way like ends up way closer to something like Kiss It Mata. And so you get the feeling, at least I took it, that this woman wants to break away from the society, or not society, but this like traditional Filipino tradition, this like stranglehold that her father has over her, and she basically just begs to this Gardo guy to move in with them and like be and just so she'll do like, all the housework around. She'll basically just be this guy's maid, so she can just like stay there and live with them. So and she has this like almost delusional obsession with them, but it's played so straight. Like I know it sounds like hokey, but the acting in this movie is so fucking good. The woman who plays Bona was the giant Filipino actress. This is like also a big movie in that regard culturally for them, because they had her as the star of it.
Was
And
that like early, or like how far into her career was
I
that?
think it had to be. She's very young in this movie, so it had to be towards the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, she's this girl on this. She's pretty young looking, if you can tell in this picture. But yeah, she's probably like early 20s in this movie. Yeah, and she even like she drops out of school to go live with this guy, and basically doing this like you already had this idea of it, but it turns her family life into a like basically scorched earth but where now she can't come back, and like it's like brought like huge shame to her family. You have this like fucking blowout scene where
That's some
uh
like Amish Rumspringa shit.
yeah. Well, Sherry has like a fight with the father before she leaves, and then her father traps her. And they have this huge fucking blow scene where they just like show up at the guy, like the guy she's shacking up with, who's just like this bum ass bit actor. And like the dad's not stupid, and he can see this guy lives in the fucking slums. And like he's like screaming at her. He's like, you need to marry my daughter, you fucking slut. He's like, this movie is also incredibly vulgar. I've never seen a Filipino movie so vulgar like that. Like they really play like the slum characters and and just like the anger. So like the dad comes in like calling his daughter like a fucking whore. He's slapping her around. I watched this like a double feature with the Freeze Me movie, and it was the woman being double feature.
And you're
They
like,
have
damn, this one's worse.
Dude, well, this was very realistic. This one, like the acting is so good. There's nothing hokey about this movie. And like the guy's like just like laying in bed while she's doing the housework, and he wakes up. He's like, "What the fuck is this? You bring your fucking problems to me. You fucking take her back home with you, Mares. What a fucking joke." And the dad's like, "This is not fucking shut it up with." It's insane. It's so good, and like there's like all the it's that typical thing too where she just gets harassed by men the whole time. This guy doesn't give a fuck. Like the guy has other girls on the side. But she just takes abuse for like 80 minutes, and then things escalate on both ends of the fires with like her home life that she's not allowed to go back to her family that just hates her, and then she has a larger growing fire with this guy she's living with who doesn't give a fuck about her. It burns it all down and comes to a boiling point that's just fucking awesome. But that acting is just so good. The writing is slick. Like there's some great, just like really explosive, argumentative, like dramatic scenes that really fucking hit. This movie's extremely well directed. It's extremely well shot. I liked this movie a lot. This was a great fucking discovery. This is definitely better than the other movie I've seen by him, and that movie's you generally critically considered like one of his better movies. So I'm definitely looking forward to more of what this guy has to put out. It's really a simple story. There's obviously more things that happen along the way, but I pretty much just gave you like the point A to point B. It's like I said, it's only 85 minutes long. It doesn't like start to give you introductions of who these people are. You can figure it out pretty quickly. And yeah, it just chugs along, and it's tense. It's paced well, and it's got an ending to it. It's almost like it's almost like a good companion piece to the movie Kiss of Mata, but it's doesn't really ever present itself as a horror movie, but it hits a lot of the same themes, and it's like just I think it's directed a little bit more maturely. And
Interesting.
yeah, I like this movie a lot. There's some special features. I checked out some of them. Two of them, they're interviews. One with the casting, one with the assistant director, and one with one of the actors. But they don't speak English. They're modern interviews, so they're both pretty old. And you don't really they're it's one of those things where okay, it's nice you got these, but and there's another modern Q&A with Alan Braca, who I assume is related to the director. And there is a bonus short film from 2009 called Superfan that definitely has some inspiration from this movie that is definitely worth a watch. I love short films with special features, even if it's stuff like not necessarily from that director, but sometimes Def Croc was really good for that, where they just put like a bunch of the director's shorts on their disc. But overall, like,
fits.
yeah, overall though, for a movie like this that like very few people got to see, like this restoration is so good. I think just with how short this movie is too, and how simple of a story is, where most people can at least like empathize or relate in some way to the story, or at least to the themes and uh different degrees. It seems as if this would be a very good introduction to Filipino cinema as well, if I swayed anybody at all with how much I've talked about Filipino cinema for the last several months from the Connie label. But yeah, I really love what Connie's doing. I think Connie's doing great fucking work. And I'm gonna keep buying their stuff. Bona was another banger. It was another great release. I think this movie is gonna become much more popular in the next few years. I give Bona a 9 out of 10.
Because of this review. You're gonna set the ball rolling, man.
Very good. It's short. It seems like this and Kiss Up Mata would be a great introduction for people, I would say.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna add that to my next order, honestly. Sounds awesome.
Well, all right. So that's going to conclude the solo reviews. Let's get into the featured review here on episode 9. We're going to take it all the way back to 1990, a film that was actually completed in 1989, not released, I think, until like a year later. Directed by Manny Cotto, who went on to do the absolutely amazing Dr. Giggles, right, JP? Fucking radio silence. Just radio fucking silence.
Yeah,
JP's
Disney,
favorite movie of 1992.
And who could forget Disney Channel original all-timers, Xenon the sequel.
Was it only the sequel that he did?
He did a couple ones. He did Z2's, and I think he did 2 other movies. One of them was The Other Me, I think.
Okay. Oh, with the Lawrence brother.
Yeah, he did one of those. I think he did that one. I think there might be one more, but he did. I know those 2 for sure.
What
checking.
in the fuck? I just noticed something on the credits in this. This movie is written by Keaton Jones and Jackie Early Haley.
I saw that in the opening credits. I was like, that's random as fuck. I wonder if he's got a role in this. And he doesn't.
No, his only writing credit in his career is this fucking movie.
How weird.
What the fuck is that ever? What? That is so random.
Yeah.
So fucking random. All right. So we're talking about Playroom from 1990. Of course, directed by Manny Cotto. This one, of course, is starring Christopher McDonald, a.k.a. Shooter McGavin. Vincent, I can never pronounce his name properly. What's that guy's name? Vincent
Chiavelli?
Chiavelli? Yeah, Vincent Viscelli. Very recognizable face. You can't miss him. If you don't know the name, you know the face. You really do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, he's the subway guy from Ghost that scared all of us when we were kids.
yeah, I think Chiavelli, he's in a ton of movies, man. Like, he did a lot of shit.
He's the
Man.
anatomy teacher in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, because when did he fucking pass? He passed away in 2005. Yeah.
He was in Batman Returns. I think he was the Monkey Man or some shit that worked with the Penguin.
I believe he's in One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
I know he's in Death to Smoochie. Is he not? He's in that movie too, right? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I think you're right about One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, I think he's in that.
No,
movie.
he's definitely in that movie. Death to Smoochie. I'm pretty sure he's in that one too.
All I remember is that Edward Norton, Camden Keener, or Catherine Keener, and what's her name? The other guy, or Robin Williams.
What's her name? Robin Williams?
Yeah. What's her name? Robin Williams. I just assumed there was another chick. I'm like, no, it was Robin Williams.
No, it's definitely a man.
Yeah. I love
he's in Night Shift also.
Sushi. I use my Discord backdrop is the part in a fucking Death to Smoochie where Edward Norton has the fucking cock cookie. He's like, it's a rocket ship.
Dude, that movie's so funny, man. Death to Smoochie. It's hilarious, man.
Just like, what the dick?
All right, so synopsis on Playroom, aka Schizo. So fucking original. An archaeologist is haunted by a nightmare in which his family is murdered.
Honestly, why was this movie ever called Schizo? Because it's like the word playroom is shown multiple times and said multiple times in this movie.
Yeah.
It's like it should have just been called Playroom from the beginning.
Well, it's because I think Schizo is to obviously throw the viewer off a little bit because because Christopher Plummer's character, he goes absolutely fucking batshit
It
insane.
spoils the fucking movie.
I know.
I bet
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I bet what it was it was written as Playroom. It was shot as Playroom. And then the studio was like, yo, Playroom sounds stupid. Let's find something that sounds a little more cool, like Schizo. And
which is not even
do
original.
it as that, and then they're like, this sucks. Let's go back to Playroom.
Playroom's way better.
Yeah, Playroom,
Especially when you figure out what the movie is.
Yeah, I mean, but this is one of those weird movies where it doesn't really know what it wants to be. It's like part slasher, part possession film, part ghost film. It's fucking all over the place, dude. There's so many weird elements.
And this movie was so much more complicated than it needed to be. I thought that we was gonna go in that tomb like, all right, we're gonna get some fucking cool mummy shit. And then this movie just decided to like pivot like 3
but
times.
But it's so like basic, but like the way they do it though, it tries to play off like on that whole schizo angle, but then they have this crazy funny fucking reveal in this movie, which I think is the funniest shit I've ever seen. It's literally a demon Yodo. It's a demon version of Yodo. But that's not the funny part about
what?
Of Yodo.
Who the fuck is Yodo? I think it's beyond, like, was this before my time? I don't know what Yodo is.
Star Wars.
Oh, Yoda?
What was I saying? Yoda?
Oh, you mean Yoda?
Oh shit!
It's like kind of Yoda.
I was picturing a dog.
I don't know why I would say Yoda.
Like,
that's weird.
I thought it was like a reference to some dog movie.
Dude, sometimes I don't hear what I say, and I'm just like, "What do you mean?" And like I'm hearing it fine in my mind. Yeah, Yoda.
Yoda.
It looks like a demon Yoda.
Idiot.
Looks like a demon.
I just didn't want to say
Yoda.
something. It looks stupid.
Demon Yoda for sure. But like that wasn't the funniest part. Is like when he talked, I literally fucking started laughing. I'm like, that voice does not fit what I'm seeing right now.
That's when this movie went from here to fucking here for me.
So this is one of those films where it gives you the idea that like Christopher McDonald's character is like not there. Like he has like all this exposition in the film. He talks about like, I think it's like right in the beginning of the film where he kind of says like, you know, kids they can do shit. They can do crazy shit too, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like he just kind of snaps at this table but like, don't you feel that his character goes from 0 to 100 so quick in this? Like he seems like he's
literally blink your eyes and all of a sudden he's fucking wacko.
So the storyline in the film basically is like his father is an archaeologist. And there's this incident at this place where only his father was there with his family and stuff like that. And he was the only one that knew where this treasure thing, whatever was, this vault
tomb.
So this tomb was. So people didn't really believe him, whatever. But something happens and they're murdered. And what happens is this dude goes away, you know, played by Vincent Schiavelli. He goes down. He was like one of the workers that was, you know, at this dig site, and he goes down for it. And, you know, it kind of plays on that and stuff like that. Anyways, so years later, he's an adult, he's an archaeologist, and he finds this map. And it kind of like X marks the spot type deal, which I really didn't understand that. I'm like, so his father was killed in this location.
His whole family
was killed, but like he didn't have the map himself.
I can't remember. It's been a few weeks. Where did he actually find the map again?
He found it like in his personal stuff. Like he was kind of rummaging through some files and stuff like that and came across it. Mm-hmm. But I kept thinking to myself after the fact, I'm like, so his father was killed and he would have probably had this map, right? And why the fuck was it all hidden in all this paperwork and stuff? Like, you think he would have it on his personal? Like the map would be gone at this point. So I thought that was kind of a weird thing that he just found this map. He's like, oh shit, that's X marks spot. So anyways, he grabs his photographer, his girlfriend and stuff. So the four of them go up to, I guess at the time would have been Yugoslavia, which is where they shot the film on location, which is now Serbia, which is one of the countries that came from Yugoslavia, right? The Republic of Yugoslavia back in the day.
Oh, so no shit.
So
I never knew that.
Yeah, so it's actually technically shot in Serbia, which is kind of cool, like right on location, like in the mountains and stuff. So it's kind of cool.
It's a Serbian film.
Yeah, it's a Serbian film. So I really liked actually where they shot this location. It's all pretty cool and stuff. So he assembles this team and he's like, he has this map. He literally has this map. So he starts like digging in the fucking wall and he starts going crazy. Like he's obsessed with getting through this wall to find this tomb and he starts getting obsessed. But he literally goes from 0 to 100 from like kind of normal to like insane, like fucking batshit insane. I chalk up Christopher McDonald's performance in this film next to one of the funniest performances I've ever seen in my life. This is Nicolas Cage in Vampire's Kiss all over again. He's overacting to the point in this film where it's like, did he realize, or was this his intention to just like beef it up to the point where it's like I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with this, but I laughed through the whole fucking thing, dude. Like every time he talked, he just it was like he was on drugs or something.
I feel like it was intentional, just because like his character was like reverting back into like a childlike, you know what I mean, like psychosis.
Well, that's the point of it. So what happens when his family gets murdered and this guy goes away for it, that Chevelli guy? They basically say like, or that we find out like, Chris McDonald's character as a child had created an invisible friend, right? And so we're, as the viewer, supposed to think that like, you know, this is just an invisible kind of friend kind of thing. But he talks about how back in the day there was this like prince, and he worshipped a demon. And the thing is with this prince is that he was 10 years old. He worshipped this demon and stuff like that. So we're getting like all these kind of side stories and like, okay, so is Chris McDonald crazy? He just has this fucking personality disorder. Maybe he's got, you know, he's got two different personalities and he was the one that killed his family and stuff. But then they introduce this idea of like, you know, this tomb that they're digging and stuff, like the prince ruled this area and he was known for basically torturing and killing people. That's one of his rants in the beginning of the film. Is like, kids are capable of doing that shit. Like it killed bugs and all this type of shit.
Trust me.
Yeah, so like, so back in the day, the legend says that this prince who was 10 years old would torture and kill people basically for fun. Like that was really what it was. Had no other reason. He was just evil. He was just fucking evil, because I think they're implying that he was possessed by this demon, this whatever the fuck they use the name. I can't remember.
Elok.
Prince Elok. Elok was possessed by the Slovak demon. And so they bring in this kind of angle and stuff. And meanwhile, Christopher McDonald's character is just going fucking crazy. And then all of a sudden he kind of breaks through. And then all of a sudden the child shows up. And so now you're wondering, like, is he completely insane, or is this prince actually there and stuff? I don't think the writing in this movie is very good. I think it's pretty obvious what's kind of going on and stuff. But it's funny because the movie, like, really, it acts like a slasher film. It acts like a ghost film. It acts like a possession film. And I didn't really mind it. It just feels overly batshit crazy to me. I thought some of the kills were kind of mean spirited, but I do like the fact that they actually went the extra mile and, like, you know, how they describe this prince as like this torture killer, whatever. And like when he gets in there, like, you just start fucking using all these torture elements and stuff. Some of the kills were actually okay. They actually were okay in the movie. I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. To put yourself into that position, probably not. You got to suspend your belief a little bit. Like the way it all happens is kind of ridiculous. But I thought it was kind of cool. But at that point, it's like, it's an interesting element because I feel like, you know, he's being possessed, but like there actually is this demon there. And then you get to see that shit too and stuff. I don't know, man. It's like, it just had me laughing, dude. I can't even fucking believe when they show the demon and he talks.
His final form,
like when he starts talking, the final form of the demon, I was like, this has got to be the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's so fucking funny to me. It was hilariously goofy. It was so funny. And I was like, this is awesome. This is really awesome. I just felt like Christopher Plummer had watched The Shining one too many times and based his character on Jack Nicholson's character. And just, he's like, well, he went pretty bad shit in that movie. I can turn that up to 11 like Spinal Tap. And I feel like that's what his character is. He just kind of takes it way over the top the whole movie, kind of sells it. But I have to admit, though, like the little boy that plays the prince is the most annoying character in a long time I've seen on film. Like that,
that kid.
That performance was super annoying. I don't know if it was intended to be like that because he's 10 years old and he's just kind of insane and out of his mind kind of thing. I don't know. But like, every time he talked, I was like, bro, yikes. I was like, yikes. I don't even mind that actor. Like, he's okay, but his performance in this film is like,
he was one of those actors that were like a lot older than he looked, right?
Yeah.
Because he was like the kid from Pep. He's done a bunch of shit. Like,
I think he's like 15
House
or 16.
3, Amityville 4, fucking Puppet Master 3.
Yeah. He's like 15 or 16 in this movie or something like that. And he's playing a 10-year-old.
Okay.
So he is quite a bit older than he's actually playing for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that kid, he's weird, but I always kind of liked him. Yeah. Especially in Amityville 4 when he's losing his mind with the chainsaw.
Yeah. Like, this is one of those movies I would have liked to have rewatched for this review because I've only ever seen it once, like when I watched it a couple weeks ago. But it had me pondering. I was like, this movie is just, it's so batshit. And I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, this might be one of my favorite performances of all time. It's so funny. I'd rewatch this shit. Like, this would be great to watch with people having some beers and stuff. Chris McDonald is so crazy in this film that it's like, it's ridiculous. And even the whole third act, the way it goes down, like when Chiavelli gets out and like all the carnage and all the shit, and like the whole end scene with the head explosion and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? Like
the fucking gunshot decapitation. Are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
In my notes, I was like, how did that head just explode? Like, are you fucking with me right now? Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, that's
like,
insane.
it's crazy.
It's insane what they did with that. But it's just, it's so utterly unhinged and just batshit. It's like, it kind of worked for me. I can see why people wouldn't like this movie, but I had a lot of fun with it. It's a good movie. No, it's not, but it doesn't matter. It was entertaining and really fun.
Did this movie have like another release before this?
Parker said that he had seen it before, but I never knew about this movie. To be honest, I must
have it on tape.
Really? I'd never
have it on tape and I never watched it.
So I don't remember ever seeing this. Maybe it had different artwork. I'm assuming that the Blu-ray did, like, this is probably is this the VHS artwork?
Yeah, it's the same art as this.
Okay, so I don't remember this because I remember when I pulled this out, I was like, I don't remember this artwork ever. And I'm pretty good with memory and like remembering artwork, even if I haven't seen a movie.
It's funny when you look at this poster now after watching the movie.
Yeah, I know. This is funny, actually. So what are you guys' thoughts on the film?
I thought that it was kind of messy, but I also really liked the location, and the overall like idea of the story was cool, but I felt like it was a bit clunky. Our homie, what'd you call him? Yodo.
Was that no way saying Yodo? Yoda. It's a demon Yoda.
The Yoda little thing. I was actually honestly kind of creepy to me. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And then it talked, and you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you get really creeped out when he like picked his nose and ate his booger?
I have that in my notes. I'm like, well, a 10-year-old kid would fucking pick his nose. I guess it kind of makes sense, right?
I'm like, so that's the tone of the movie now. They're just like, you know what? I like this. Let's
like,
make
what was up with the dude
booger.
when they first arrived at this area? Like the farmer that had like all the like boils all over his like neck and shit.
I don't know what the fuck. I even have that written
they
down.
just
Like,
show it and then that's it.
I'm like, is he like supposed to be some like red herring character without really any exposition? I have no idea what the fuck that was about. It's so weird.
It reminded me of that like chick from South Park that had the fetus on the side of her chest.
Was it the lunch lady? Or was it one of the
nurse?
No, remember
it
was the nurse.
Or the nurse? Yeah, the nurse.
It was the ball chin boy episode.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that dude was fucking weird, but I don't know. I like it. I appreciate the effects in the movie and stuff like that. And overall, I mean, it has a really cool setting, like lots of good, like candlelit shit and stuff like that. Kind of weird seeing Shooter McGavin in here.
The locations, like outside, like in Yugoslavia, and then like everything, it just looked really nice. Like the locations they picked
more like,
were, like
Yodaslavia.
Yodo. Okay, I had a slip of the tongue. Fuck you guys.
No.
But you got to admit though, it did look like fucking Yoda, man. It's crazy.
For sure.
No,
it was like
it looked like yogurt.
Yogurt.
Spaceballs. From Spaceballs.
From Spaceballs, yeah.
He kind of reminded me of like a mix between Yoda and. Do you guys remember that episode from Tales from the Crypt, the ventriloquist dummy with Don Rickles and Bobcat Goldthwait?
Love that episode. It's one of
it
my
reminded
favorites.
me of Morty, the way he talked, because he would like go around and be like, "Wanna taste my blade, bitch?" And he's like swinging a fucking sword around and shit like that.
Yeah, right.
Which is incredible. Like, think about that for a second. The fact that this Prince Elok, who's been like stashed away in this tomb for thousands of years, is now picking his nose and running around with a sword saying, "Do you want to taste my blade, bitch?" to like women. It's like, yeah, you can't take this shit seriously.
No.
It goes full-blown cheese-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting concept of having like this this actual basically ghost of this fucking of the prince, and the whole demon thing too, and like the whole possession angle too, because it's a really weird concept. It's a weird concept to me to do that, because like he could do anything he wanted, but like it was more about the friendship thing. It was literally like, don't leave me kind of thing. I always find that so interesting because like he's 10 years old, like he wants a companion, but he's evil.
Just a lonely kid he just wants a friend.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that's about. It's just like companionship and stuff like that, but it's like evil companionship. It's like such a weird concept for a film, but I enjoyed it though. It's actually quite fun. If I was getting like Shining vibes off it, I was getting like just tons of types of movies together. It's not really overly original when you kind of it feels like a mash of everything. Like I said, it doesn't really know what it wants to do, but I was kind of impressed with some of the gore. Like when that chick gets ripped in half and shit, I was like, that's kind of cool. The ending is absolutely ridiculous that the dude didn't die. He comes back. Like the whole fucking third act, man, is just ridiculous. But
yeah, he falls down a fucking endless pit.
That's what I said. Like I wrote endless. Like, how isn't he still falling?
Not to mention, we see another person fall down that pit, and I thought that was really cool. It's also brutal because the dude's like hanging there, and like Elok puts like, or whoever puts matches in between his fingers and
I
lights
thought that was actually really cool, man.
And I'm like, that's some brutal ass fucking shit. Even though all he has to do is go like this.
Yeah.
There goes the matches, and then we're good.
Yeah.
But I love also the way that he fell.
And Tony froze up.
Oh no!
Yeah, I like the whole matches between the Knuckles too.
First going all the way back.
Oh, you're back. You froze.
Yeah, you froze up for a minute.
What was the last thing you heard?
He said, "I love how he
said you love having cocks in your mouth or something like that."
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If I said I like having cocks in my mouth, that means I was talking about the one guy.
Let's talk about the one guy.
Sounds like more than one guy.
Dude, when you said finders, keepers, losers, weepers, fucking kills that dude with the pickaxe, I'm like, oh my god. So cheesy. It's so fucking cheesy.
He's still frozen again.
I just feel like
Am I back now? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, now
My
I
internet
just feel like
took
Christopher
absolute
McDonald was just meant to play Shooter McGavin his whole life. And ever since he found Shooter McGavin,
But it's
he
funny.
just played Shooter McGavin in every single movie since then.
Dude, I think so. Honestly, dude, though, like I don't know if you can't unsee Shooter McGavin, but like I can see Shooter in this performance too. Right?
Yeah, he was playing Shooter before Shooter.
He was playing Shooter before Shooter.
That's just how he acted. He was finding his groove, and once like he got cast,
whoever casted him as Shooter McGavin, that casting agent, fucking nailed that shit, bro. Because seriously, I've only seen Happy Gilmore like 4 times in my life, and
yeah, because this is before Adam Sandler had the full reign of who he put in his movies, right? So Shooter was cast. It wasn't Adam that did that.
It still might have been him, but
it could have been him, but I highly doubt it because it was really like he'd only done 2 movies at that time. Like he's not Adam Sandler today, where he fucking does what he wants. He's a billionaire. He's one of the biggest things in Hollywood.
He puts Eminem in his movies.
He can do anything he wants, and that's why he puts the same people in his movies. Yeah,
maybe Manny Cotto was the casting director of Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like, I got this guy. I don't know if you know who he is, but he'd be perfect for this role.
But he does cast some pretty good shit, man. I mean, fuck, Dr. Giggles, man. Come on, he's got good casting too. Larry Drake is fucking gnarly in that movie. JP's just so out to lunch on that one. Shout out to Dave.
What fucking the Dr. Ass?
What the fuck? It's funny how 4 of 6 people had Dr. Giggles on their list, and you're like, that movie's fucking terrible. What the fuck?
I bet it was Tyler's like number 11. I bet he wanted to put it on his list so bad and he just couldn't.
I just find it so funny when I said my number 10, and you were like, oh, that's a shit start. And then I realized that Tony was wearing a Dr. Giggle shirt, so he hadn't realized that he was wearing a Dr. Giggle shirt. You're fucking putting your foot in your mouth like a motherfucker.
I would not have.
Maybe that's how you get sick all the time. You're constantly putting your fucking dirty ass feet in your mouth, bro. Stop doing it. You won't get sick then. But anyways, I don't know, man. I mean, It's okay. I mean, I didn't mind this release. I really didn't mind. I mean, this is the type of shit that I like from Vinegar Syndrome and shit like this, where I didn't have a copy. It seems very obscure to me. I mean, a lot of people had seen it, but hadn't seen it at the same time. And I enjoyed it. Like, it's goofy shit. I would have beers and watch this and laugh at the fucking Demon Yoda character.
Same.
And like the voice.
This,
and
these are the types of like releases that just make me fall in love with Vinegar Syndrome to begin with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just the crap that's like, it's like mid-budget. It's not ultra low budget. It's got actual people and real talent behind it, but it's just crap that no one's ever seen.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I just love releases like this.
Yeah, and they've definitely put out a bunch of shit in the last few years that I'm just like, damn, man, I go back to them, bro. Like, like Grave Robbers and shit. Like, that was one of my favorite releases Vinegar Syndrome ever did. I've watched, like, I even said I've watched it 3-4 times now since they put it out because I can't get enough. It's such a quirky, odd movie that I'd never heard of, and they put it out on a nice Blu-ray disc and shit for everyone to see. I'm like, this is exactly what we want. So, props. Even if you don't love Playroom, it's still a good release. It really is. Did anybody watch any of the features on it? I looked to see if they had an interview with Shooter with Christopher McDonald. And they don't. They probably can't. He's probably too big to do that shit, right? He doesn't want to talk about this shit. So, now. But would that have been amazing to have an interview talking about Playroom? Like, if I ever
meet that dude, that's the one thing I'm bringing up is this movie.
That's my favorite thing to do. Meeting people is to like bring up their most like obscure or like one that probably nobody ever talks about to them.
Yeah. Yeah,
right. Because I would love to talk to him about fucking Playroom.
When I brought Tia Carrera, Zombie Nightmare, to get signed, she fucking looks at me and she goes, "That has a release?" She didn't even know it was on physical media. So I was ultimately the first person she ever signed a copy for.
I don't know if I'm the only person she ever did.
Yeah, it was expensive. It was fucking. I wish I'd got the picture with her because she looked really good when I met her, but it was so expensive. But I was like, I have to get this signed because it's just so weird, right? To have her sign this film. Because like she was signing Wayne's World shit left and right, and like all of her big stuff. And I bring this up and she like looked at it and she's like, what the fuck? Like she was taken back. It's like I was telling JP when I met Tiffany Shepis a few years ago, I brought her Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula to sign. And she's like, oh, wow, I've never signed one of these before. Like, that's crazy. So that was in 2018. So she probably has now. But anyways, but yeah.
When I met Yuzna, I talked to him about freaking Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 and The Dentist.
Nice.
Everybody else was talking to him about like Reanimator, and which he was a producer on. And like fucking,
I love
Return
those
Living
moments.
Dead 3 and shit.
Those moments are so awesome, dude. Like when I was at Calgary HorrorCon and it was the Reanimator reunion with like, everyone was like Stuart Gordon was there and Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs and shit like that. And I was making my way down. And when I got to Stuart Gordon, I was actually wearing a doll shirt. And he looked at me and he's like, awesome. He's like, no one ever has doll stuff. And he was like proud of me for wearing dolls.
Especially back then. I feel like dolls has gotten more popular over
for
the last
sure.
like 5-10 years.
Yeah, and I had that shirt.
Back then it probably wasn't.
No, it wasn't, man. I had that shirt like I think I got that in probably 2013 for it. It was older. But so you heard that?
Yeah, what was that?
No, that was my door. The wife just opened up the door. I don't know why she's home. She doesn't get off work till she shouldn't even be off for another 25 minutes, but obviously. But she's the boss, so she can do what she wants. But anyways, yeah, I think getting this signed by Christopher McDonald would be one of the funniest things, actually. He probably doesn't do conventions and shit. Maybe some big fan con that I'm never going to go to, but anyways. Tyler, you haven't said anything. Did you even watch it?
Yeah, I watched it like weeks ago.
A month ago.
And I thought it was ass.
I can't believe I remember as much as I do.
Dr. Giggles.
I think Dr. Giggles ass. I like
which
Dr.
one's
Giggles
better though?
Solid.
This
Dr.
is
Giggles
better
is
than
way
Dr.
better
Giggles.
than this.
Guys, shut up.
Dr.
My
Giggles
man.
is way better than this.
Dr. Giggles is literally like more stupid.
This movie, like,
dude, sometimes I just don't know who you are. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. I think he's trolling. He's trolling now.
You thought I was gonna like this, or no, him?
No, JP. No. This is not a Tyler. He comes off some pretentious fucking Filipino shit from 5 minutes ago. He's like, I'm not fucking giving this movie props. No, I can see not liking this movie, but it's like
It's just like
mine
it
and
felt
Tony's
like it felt like it was it didn't feel like it really melded well together. It just had so much like we were saying, like right out of the gate. That was my biggest takeaway from it. Where you have this like weird like Egyptian story that was pretty cool, and that has no idea. It tries to it overcomplicates the movie instead of just like sticking to this creepy little thing.
Well, it's trying to be fancy with the narrative, but like really, it's very simple to figure out once all the review. Like you're just like, oh, okay, whatever.
It's just like I don't know. I didn't like it at all. And I just Shooter guy was making me laugh, and I just thought this is just him. Like this is just how he acts, and this is him working it out on his journey to finally perfecting the Christopher McDonald standard performance that he pulled off when he found Shooter Gavin. He even plays like the dad in those direct to video American Pie movies, and he's like fucking very clearly just Shooter Gavin as Stifler's uncle in that.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of those. I can't remember them, but yeah,
They're not good, but they were like fun. They were like fun at the time. You just get like more American Pie movies.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else on it. Do y'all have anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, well, actually, wait for Tony. Tony, do you have anything else on the film?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, do you have anything else?
Yeah. I have a few things actually.
Okay.
Did you guys notice at the beginning when the kid version of Christopher McDonald was wearing the exact same dinosaur pajamas from Don't Panic?
No.
Is it not?
Yeah. I noticed that shit and it blew my fucking mind. One thing I noticed while watching this movie that I never really like put together was like for some reason I really like how in movies guys like chug Pepto-Bismol like when they're like dealing with a lot of stress and shit in their lives. I've never known anybody in real life who have like literally just taken a bottle of that shit and just chug it like it's like fucking apple juice. But they do all the time in fucking movies, and I find that really interesting.
Such a weird thing for stress,
like
though, because it's for your
Pepto-Bismol.
stomach. Like, if you got the shits and stuff, like,
Yeah, it's like if you have your stomach's all like fucking queasy and jumping over itself,
Dude.
Pepto-Bismol calm it down a bit.
yeah.
I mean, I understand Pepto-Bismol and I use it, but there's like a specific way to use it. Like you get like a tablespoon or this or that. In movies, they open that bitch and they're just like,
That's what I do in real life too. So.
No, JP's
drink that
literally,
shit?
we were literally recording, like, this is years ago in 22 Shots, and he's got, like, a bottle of, like, fucking Robitussin, and he's just drinking it like a 40. He's got, like, a paper bag around this little bottle, and he's, like, drinking like a
No, I
fucking 40.
That's not what I like to do. Instead of taking one big dose, is I take a bunch of tiny, tiny little sips throughout, like while I'm sick, and it lasts. It makes me feel better. I don't know.
No, you were sipping NyQuil like that, weren't you?
Yeah,
I was like, he's sitting there recording, and he's sipping NyQuil like a 40. I'm like,
but I'm
what the
taking little
fuck? Who
tiny
does
sips
that?
so it doesn't put me to sleep. You know.
Damn, dude.
You're microdosing.
I remember one
Yeah,
time.
microdosing. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. NyQuil, like, it works. It affects people differently, but I remember this one time in high
Dude, it
school.
knocks me out.
I was
literally,
super
like,
sick.
this.
I had like this
So
really
stupid.
bad cold, and I had this fucking final exam the next day, and I was super sick. And I had to, I took the double dose of NyQuil. Well, it knocked me the fuck out. It, like, I literally don't remember. Like, I fell on my waterbed. Yes, I had a fucking waterbed. And I woke up at like
I mean, I
6
had
in
one too.
6 morning with my lights on, and I was fully clothed still. Like, knocked me out, dude. I was like, holy shit, man. It was fucking freaked me out. I don't think I've even had NyQuil like that ever since. I was like scared of it. I was like, damn, what the fuck did I do to myself? That's crazy. But yeah, so it works too well for me. But
yeah, I love Pepto-Bismol movies. Did you guys notice? Yeah, go back to that. Did you guys notice the Kimberly Beck cameo in this movie?
Who dat?
Trish from Friday the 13th Part 4, the final girl.
Yeah, she's the
She plays the secretary. She has like one line at like maybe the first 15 minutes of this movie. I saw that and it blew my fucking mind.
she's
And
in the
she
beginning
still looked damn good in 1990.
in the beginning of the film, right?
Yeah, it's at the beginning.
Yeah, his secretary. Is that who she? Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. Okay, so I couldn't put it together. I was like, who is that? You're right though, totally, 100%.
I saw. I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking Trish.
I
And looked
recognized
and
her.
It was her.
I knew I
Fucking
recognized her.
Trish.
Right.
I will tell you that I don't like Friday the 13th. Like, I don't know names of people, like characters or their actor names, like more than like any other fucking franchise, dude. It's like my
That's like the
favorite.
franchise where the only franchise where I actually know their names of all the no-name people.
I can never forget Tuesday Night's name because I always thought that was a fucking fake name, like a pseudonym, but it's like
No,
a real
super
name.
cool name.
It's her actual real name. It's fucking wild.
Did you guys notice like the blackface jump scare? That was like towards like the beginning of the movie, like when they first show up to the place. Like when Christopher McDonald first like gets exposed to like Prince Elok again. It's a literal jump scare and it's the
Yeah.
kid in literal fucking blackface.
Yep.
I lost my fucking mind when that happened.
I actually have
It
that
was so
noted. I
funny.
completely forgot to mention that. Yeah, that is funny. It's totally blackface.
There's a lot of blackface in this movie.
He was
Like
an evil
even
fuck
Christopher
anyways.
McDonald goes blackface for some reason.
Yeah, like I mean that's the like it's all demon possession kind of. I mean they're all evil fucks. You can kind of write that away though a little bit at that point.
Yeah, it's demonic.
It's demonic shit.
It's just demonic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, those are all my notes that are left.
Oh man, I kept thinking about the matches in the fingers. I'm like, what happens if they use the what do they call those matches where you can't blow out? Like they're like the windproof ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they just keep burning until like they're done. Like if you put those on there, it makes it even more effective. But yeah, if they weren't, you just okay, they're done.
That would be hilarious in a little fucking like slasher spoof where you just keep blowing them out and they keep like relighting themselves. It's over and it's like literally like 40s like 5 to like a minute long.
Dude, we need the Wayans brothers to check this movie out to write a part like that in their next. Nobody would even know the spoof though, right? Because no one's seen Playroom. They spoof big movies that everyone's seen, right? But are you guys excited for the new? What is it? Scary Movie 6, 7?
Yeah,
If the Wayans
I'm
brothers
excited.
are writing it, if the Wayans brothers are involved again, which they are, I'm excited because like the first two are the only ones that you should even watch.
They said Shorty is gonna be in the new one.
Yeah, it's
Character,
a
so I'm excited.
but the
Not
first
only
two
that, but the white chick and the black chick are back too.
white chick and the black.
Oh, Anna
chick.
Faris and fucking what the hell's her name?
I know Anna Faris. She's coming back, really.
Oh, she was just.
Well, she played in all of them,
I forgot
doesn't
her
she?
name. She was just in
Not the
Paul
fifth
Thomas
one.
Anderson
Okay.
movie.
So there's 5 of them. There's
What the
5
fuck
Scary
is her
Movie
name?
movies. Okay, so I never seen the
Franchise
fifth one.
show.
She was just in
I
the
never
Paul
watched the
Thomas
fifth
Anderson movie. She was good in that.
The first two
Oh,
are
wow.
solid, bro. Yeah,
The
Anna
first two are
Faris,
amazing.
Regina Hall,
Regina
Marlon
Hall,
Wayans,
Regina
her
Hall.
name.
Yeah,
That's it.
and
Yeah.
Lincoln Monroe. I don't know who that is.
I love the first two, man. That Wayans brothers fucking filthy comedy, man. Dude, that glory hole shit, man, makes me even like thinking about it so fucking funny to me.
Come on, do it again. Do it again.
Do it
It's supposed to feature a
so good.
Terrifier.
Oh my god. I'm hoping that they just go balls to the wall with this one and just make it ridiculous. Man,
I
what's
think
with
instead
Marlon
of-
Wayans? What's with Marlon Wayans doing some big shit right now? That's crazy.
Well, he just did that him movie, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like he fucking like he stars every once in a while in some shit, but he's actually pretty good.
But I
when
heard
he's
that
doing
movie
serious
was
shit.
rough.
I
It's
liked
alright.
him.
I
It
like
looked
the idea
really
of
cool,
him.
but
I like the idea of him.
Yeah,
I just-
it's one of those things where it's got some like individual things that are good. It's got a really cool concept. Like, how many sports horror movies are there really? This is like a real like sports horror movie, but it's one of those things for me. I felt was like it was very obvious what was going on, but they just strung you along like it was some type of mystery.
Don't you feel like it would have been better as a short for some
It
reason?
was like I just think like the middle of the movie was just nonsense or just like spinning its wheels.
I just feel
Yeah.
like for non-sports people, I could see people really enjoying that. Like, you know, like some non-sports people love sports films. It's kind of weird. But for like big sports people that understand like how shit is behind the scenes and stuff like that with the pressure and the drugs and the, you know, all that type of shit. You know, I think we see it a little bit differently. Like him is good in concept, but I think in execution, the one thing about him that really bugged me was the flash photography at times. I was like,
Well,
it's
that's
just,
part,
I don't like that type of filmmaking. I really don't like that type of
That's
filmmaking.
that Gen Z filmmaking.
I can't stand that. And there was a lot of editing in that film I just did not enjoy. And I could tell other people in the theater did not enjoy it either. It was like, it's just too much. It doesn't need to be there. But the core narrative of it I thought was pretty cool. And I just kept thinking to myself that they were fucking making fun of Brady the whole time, though. It was just weird.
Nice.
It was weird because like Marlon Wayne's character has 8 titles where Brady only had 7. And then they bring up the whole cheating thing. And I was like, oh shit, they're ripping on Brady right now. Like, I think it was kind of like a core diss on him, but it's kind of funny because like it plays into the whole elements of sports very, very much. And if you understand the pressure that it is to make it and the shit that they really go through and what you have to do and what you don't want to do and you have to do, like, it's fucking, it's an interesting concept, which hasn't really been explored surprisingly enough. Isn't that weird?
Which is surprising too, because like the whole concept hasn't, it's like, it's nothing new. It's like
no
Starry Eyes and shit like that, where you're like trying to make it to the top and you're dealing with the elite who's dealing with fucking supernatural.
It's the same movie, but it's different. It's in sports relevant. Yeah, it's the
right.
acting. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, it's like so weird that it took this long for something sports related to happen, like with that subject.
Dude, the Giants are up 17. Holy shit.
Dude, what's with the Eagles, man? That's crazy. Or maybe the Giants are just getting better
17.
finally. Maybe the Giants are actually getting better. I don't know.
Well, they switched.
The Eagles aren't that good.
Wilson and this Jackson Dart kid.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Good. The Eagles are kind of. It was surprising that they were 4-0 to start.
I'm with this year's NFL. I'm digging it.
It's a weird year.
Saquon, he ain't playing for shit. And like he's like, is he even averaging 3 yards a carry? Like they're not playing that great.
Yep,
they're winning based on like field goal fucking blocks and all this other bullshit.
All right, so what do we got on Playroom ratings? GP, what do you got?
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Tyler,
4.
Wow, it's higher than I thought. Tony,
yeah. Like, this movie honestly surprised me. Like, going into it, I'm like, oh, great. Just another fucking, like, we're going to go do this archaeological bullshit type movie. But this movie, like, really surprised me. Like, they get there and immediately shit hits the fucking fan and it just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And you're just strung along this unbelievable fucking story. And the way it goes, like, I just loved. Like, it goes literally, like, right into my fucking alley. Like, practical effects, stupid fucking, like, puppet shit, one-liners, goofy crap. I liked it a lot. Not as much as Dr. Giggles, but I'm going to give it an 8. I had a great time with this movie.
I'm going to give it a 7.5, actually. That's where I was sitting with my rating. So, but I'm with Tony, man. I really enjoyed this. It was goofy. It was stupid. It feels like it wants to accomplish everything within the horror genre. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's kind of tropey, but the location's really good. I really love that. Location is a big thing for me. The effects are kind of crazy. There's some pretty cool kills. The whole third act is batshit. It's ridiculous. There's just a lot of happening, and I think that Shooter's, I'm just going to keep calling him Shooter. It's way easier than saying Christopher McDonald. But Shooter's performance in this is like probably one of the funniest I've ever seen in a film. It's so fucking hilarious to watch. Like, it's just like, damn, dude. I kept thinking Nicolas Cage and Vampire Space the whole time.
Like, you're right. And like, he goes full blown Cage, like redlining. Like, he goes over the fucking line multiple times.
Absolutely. And it kept me intrigued in the film the entire time. And then when we get the Yoda character, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then the voice happened. I was like, this is gold. This movie is so much fucking fun right now. And I can see why people wouldn't like this. But if you take it for like how me and Tony watch films sometimes, this is a blast. It really is. It's a blast. So 7.5 out of 10.
Sweet.
Oh shit. What? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Well, that's going to conclude Playroom from 1990, release of the month. What do you guys got?
Sure. Um,
Everyone kind of pauses. They're like, "Oh yeah, we haven't recorded in a while."
uh,
I forgot about that part.
what the hell is release of the month?
Playroom is the release of the month for me by far.
I'm gonna agree with Tony. I think Playroom is the one I had the most fun with for sure. Even though Frieza gave it a high rating, it's a totally different type of movie. It's not something I would want to go back to and rewatch constantly. It's a rape revenge film. You know what I mean? It's not. But Playroom is something I would definitely throw on again. I had a lot of fun with it. So
Tyler should be Bona, just based on the
Bona.
historical significance of that movie.
right, no doubt.
We're talking about like historical significance, the greatest Filipino movies ever made, lost, fully restored finally, but we're like, fuck that, we like Playroom.
The duality
Yeah,
of
was this Sergeant Kabuki Man month, or was that the next month?
That's next month.
No, that was
Okay.
this month.
Oh, it is
Was
this month. Yeah, yeah.
Was it?
And
Yeah, it was this
Fessenden-
month.
Oh, it is this month.
In volume 1 and 2, or movie 1 and 2, volume 1, movie 1 and 2.
Yep.
Dude, oh, man, every time I see these VHSs now, these DeGosser VHSs, I'm like, could you imagine having the whole collection of all the stuff they released?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It would be sick. I can't even think about that though.
Nah,
so
VHS
yeah,
take up way too much space.
I guess I'm going Playroom as well.
Okay. So what's coming next month, which is actually kind of interesting, this might be subject to change considering the
Yep.
film got not recalled, they just got delayed, I should say.
Delayed.
So the featured review for next month is the films of Tyler, you say it?
No.
Hizazu Sada?
This is actually a new
Soto?
line too, like a new sub-label.
Yeah, I thought we were doing the Resurrected because that's not going to come in until.
We might get it.
So
It's supposed to
Oh,
ship
alright.
like this week, right? Or
yeah,
next week?
so that's the thing. So our first choice was the films of Hizazu Sato Volume 1. It's the Pinky films.
Mhm.
If that is not going to make it to our our doorsteps in time,
Then we're doing all 6 Vice Academy films.
that would be so fucking fun. I still can't believe that week. Why didn't they just release 4 to 6, Tony? What the fuck?
Because I don't have
Because
1
through 3 came out like 20 years ago,
and it
they
had
waited
it
way
was, like,
too
limited
fucking long
to like
put out the other
1,000 or
ones.
something.
Right, it's their fault for like waiting forever to put out the last 3.
So for
they
me and Tony,
forced
we
us
had to rebuy
buy the others,
we had to rebuy 1 to 3.
I didn't even
and we can't get
start buying
rid of
the
it because we're
VSAs
completists.
until like release
Yeah.
30.
So yeah, so if that doesn't come in, we're gonna do. I think the Resurrected was the backup plan. So one of those
Yeah.
two is going to be the feature review. I'm doing Commando Ninja 2 because I fucking love the first one. This one is like more than double the length and time. It's so funny. Tony, what are you doing?
I'm gonna do a selection from the Bloodstained Italy set. I'm gonna do the Bloodstained Lawn.
JP, what are you doing?
Do all the bloodstains, pussy.
I'll tell you what, if we do the Resurrected, I'll do all 3 Bloodstained
Right.
Italy movies.
That would make
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So mine is like pretty weird. I'm gonna do the what the hell is it even called?
The Phantasm tape.
The
Phantasm tape.
Where the hell even is it? I can't find it.
I'm really excited to watch it.
Is
actually,
it Agfa? No, it's
Bleeding
is it
Skull.
Agfa? Okay, that's why I couldn't.
yeah, it's
find
like
it.
Bleeding Skull or something like that.
Yeah, so this is a weird, like, this is totally like an Agfa thing. But this is basically, I mean, it's gonna take me hours to watch this shit probably. So it is a like here's what the description. Welcome to the 1980s TV horror show that never was. Phantasma Tapes is a psychotronic VHX mixtape that reimagines The Revenge of Dr. X, a Japan set creature feature written by Ed Wood, and The Brain That Wouldn't Die. As late night home taped double feature, complete with local TV commercials and new synthesizer score. inspired by the memories of channel surfing at the witching hour. This is a nostalgic experimental art project from the minds of Bleeding Skull. And then there is obviously the Phantasma tape is only 72 minutes, so they're mashing up both movies in 72 minutes. And then there's a commentary, and then there's actually the like 2 movies that they're editing together, the uncut versions, VHS versions of both of those, and then a couple shorts. So I guess it's not that long, but it's like 3 movies.
I'm really excited to watch this because I have it sitting out on my table right now.
I just love the idea.
I love these things.
I'm such
dude.
a fan of stuff like that. Like that's why I love like The Last Drive-In so much. Like last night, I just threw on Joe Bob's Last Drive-In episode on Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy vs. Jason, which just came out last night, and like I just watched like 6 hours of that with the TV commercials, and it was just like cool. It reminded me of like being a kid doing that.
I'm absolutely loving these kind of like weird mixtapes and shit like that. Like that Agfa mystery mixtape vault thing that came out earlier this year was so much fucking fun. I was having a blast watching it, man. It was crazy. So long.
Well, I think
that
also it's like they're utilizing the Blu-ray format really well. Like even like the Santa Claus versus the Martians that ended up making my top 10 last year.
Yeah.
Like just like all the like mixtape aspect of it. It's very fun.
Yeah, it really is. And just like bringing us all this weird, obscure shit that you would never think of ever going out and locating yourself. Like they're bringing it to us and like it's selling and it's great. Honestly, dude, it's so much fun to throw on late night. You're having some drinks, shit, you throw it on. You're just like, this is so much goddamn fun, man. Like I've had so much fun with all these tapes that I've played the last couple of years. It's just great. Not all of them are hits, man. Like I can't wait to watch those like the drug infomercial things and like, there's a bunch more I still gotta check out, but I'm really looking forward to those things, man. So
is Mike on this show or no? It
uh
says guest Mike, but doesn't have a pick.
he's supposed to be, but he just hasn't given us our pick.
Okay.
So
What is Tyler doing?
yeah, what are you doing, Tyler? What kind of shit are you doing?
I'm coming from IFC Films this time. And I'm doing a Czech movie, Václav Marhul's The Painted Bird.
Oh, I
didn't
literally
even
thought it was
realize
called
that
The
was
Painted
IFC.
Turd. What the fuck?
No.
Stop doing that shit on the fucking Google sheets, man. That's why I set it up. That's literally why I set it up with, hey, Tyler, what kind of shit are you doing? It says on the Google sheet, the painted turd. Stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. That's ridiculous. It's a painted bird.
I cooked these jokes for a month.
It's kind of weird because we're so far behind that we actually have the show after that picked already too.
Yeah.
Well, I
Which is
think it's just I mean, yeah.
So wait, is there December releases? How does that normally work?
No, December releases.
So we
What
do
is it?
November releases in December. That's how it works.
Right, and then
Right.
January we do.
And then in
January's our end of
December is
show.
nothing.
yes, we do our top 10.
January is top 10, right?
January's top 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has
So
their
we-
picks done for November except for Tony's isn't listening here, so I don't know what he's
It's
doing. but-
firework. Oh, oops. Spoiler.
Fireworks woman.
Oh, you're doing a porno?
Yep.
That's his like third one, I think.
Shit. Okay. Oh, there you go.
It might be because I blasted Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls,
Oh.
And what a
Blasted.
and I
You
feel
can
like I
see
did one
this.
before that too. So
yeah,
this
wasn't
might be
it
my
the
third.
one that was like
Right.
You'll like
what, you,
this.
like grossed out by the anal?
We are pretty
Oh.
good at mixing.
that was Dan's. That was
Oh.
Blonde Goddess, and yeah, the extreme close-ups were disgusting
Yeah, we're
because
pretty
you
good
could see
at
like
actually mixing
pieces
up.
of like toilet paper and shit. Like
Dude, stop.
Well, that's because those buttholes are pretty hairy back in the day, right? So the
Because
toilet
I'm
paper-
kind of
Yes.
sick, I can't handle this right now.
it was gross.
But yeah, so those will be the next show, the October show, which I don't think there was a Halloween type film release. I guess we didn't really think about that.
I don't think there was.
Resurrected.
I don't think there was. So
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if there was yeah.
I got some films to watch here, man. I got fucking.
Well, we're a month behind, so it's hard for us to like kind of like plan that out.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, the not too many shows left for the rest of the year. I think we have what, like 3 left?
Yep, just 3 shows, and then January will be the top 10 show.
Cool.
And then it'll be the first episode of season 3. Yeah. Yep. So cool. The rest of this year it's looking pretty good. So we'll see what December brings, but yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, that is going to conclude episode 9 here on the SYN Bin podcast. And see you guys next month. Actually, see you guys in a couple weeks. Right?
Yeah.
Deuces, dudes.
Peace.